just okay.
Start the show already. Sheesh.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, all of you fine folks. How are you? Still waiting on ketchup. She's getting some coffee. She'll be here. How is everyone doing? Welcome back, Faves. How are you, Faves? I'm glad you're back. We missed you. I am QSS and Anthony and Debbie Webb. Happy, how are you? Look around 318, Gracia, how are you? Renee's Retro Relics. Hi, TK, good morning. And Dragon's Gravy. Muppet Angela, how are you? Sarcastic one, Mr. Landfill, I love Myrtle Beach. Good morning, Robert Tower, Itty Bitty, good morning. Kiera, how are you? Good morning. Let me see who's all here. Muppet Angela. Jack's mom is here. Good morning, Anthony the Warrior. How are you? Thank you for the 2. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, Big Dirtification. How are you? Oh, we had a new member as well, Hooked and Booked. Well, been a member before, but a member again. Thank you, Hooked and Booked. Welcome to the Clown Hippie Show. Appreciate you. Mama Angela, I insist on an audit from Mama Hip. Gang, 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 gang. Thank you, Muppet Angela. I kept it all. No, I didn't. Hi, Stephen Bear and Attitude. And let's see, am I missing anybody? I think we're all caught up. Thank you so much. And by the way, I'll say this much. I talked to my mom after the show yesterday. Oh, I cannot thank you fine folks enough. I really, really can't. We had raised, you folks had gifted $800 for the Mama Hip birthday. It was amazing. $800. Thank you so much for that. It made her day. High in the clouds. You don't like the background? Rosalind Duke made the background. Let me see. How about we do that background? What if we do that one? But no, it was funny. I called Mama Hip after the show, and I said, just so you know, on Papa Hip's birthday, $250 was given, but for Mama Hip, $800. Oh, she was overwhelmed. She couldn't believe it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love to all of you fine folks. She said, oh, I can't wait to go tell Papa Hip that I destroyed him from the birthday grift. Destroyed him. No, I didn't, Robert. I didn't sing the birthday song to my mom. I couldn't bring myself to do so. I should have. Thank you, Faves. Yes, it's always nice to call them on their birthdays and have them in front of the live audience and also give them an opportunity. And also, thank you to Puzzle Puzzler. I saw that you threw a super chat in there last night for Tug to sing happy birthday to my mom as well. I will clip that and send that over to her as well. She'll love it. Hey, Fru, how are you? Hi, Fru. You know what's funny, though? After I talk to my mom, I get an email or a text message from my sister, And she said, "Oh, hey, Jay, my birthday is February 4th. Are you planning to call me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not doing a birthday grift for every family member, an extended family, sister-in-law's birthdays, nephew. No, I can't do that to you fine people. I can't do that. Where's Ketchup? How long does it take to give coffee? She said 2 minutes late. It's 11 minutes. Ketchup's bailed on Just J Hip. Ketchup, are you okay? Did she fall down the stairs? Are you okay, Ketchup? Did you slip?" "Yeah, Sister Hip wants in. She wants in." Next thing you know, I'm going to have cousins texting me, and everyone's going to be texting me. Oh, that could be Happy. Happy said Ketchup had to go poop. Okay, so Ketchup had to go poop, according to Happy. Hi, Lisa Rats. How are you? I tell you what, did you like the spin last night? If you didn't hear the spin from the Fleabags, she's still sticking to it that all she said was that a court case was going to be continued, and that was it. That's as far as she took it, and everything else that was in Ray's stream was all speculation, or maybe they were on a break and she got information or something. Yeah, well, that would still be what's called against the court rules. Now, here's the funny thing. I will say this. The fact of the matter is, unless she's a witness, now, if she's a witness, there's a good chance. I'm Jay's great grandma, and my birthday's tomorrow, Jay. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, Gabe said it too. But here's the thing that's interesting. Fleabag's probably not actually in trouble, all right? Unless she's a witness, they might throw out her testimony, okay? There could be that. But the real person who's probably going to get in trouble is going to be either Element or my guess is John Crook. Because, Fleabag and John Crook are besties. And so that's what yes. So my guess is John Crook is most likely the one who's going to end up in trouble, but we'll see what happens. Hi, Little Miss Muppet. How are you? We'll see where this goes. I would say, though, that Fleabag probably not really in trouble, other than if she's a witness, she might get tossed. Okay, that's most likely how I see this happening, and then I see whoever leaked the information to Fleabag over on Boner Crusher Show, they're the ones who's probably going to be in trouble. All right, and just add another violation to the list for one of those two. I don't think it was the lawyer. So we'll see what happens. Then on top of that, then we had Lips on the show yesterday. On her show yesterday. And I'll say this much. Hi, Rosie T. How are you? Hi, Lurking Meow. How are you? Good morning. I'll tell you this much about Lips. If Lips is going to go on her show and lie about me and tell lies about Just J Hip, Lips is going to be right back in to a full-fledged Just J Hip battle. Okay? If you really want to do that, Lips, keep doing what you're doing. Tell your lies, all right? But I swear to God, Lips, this is not just a warning. This is fact, Lips. Lips went on her show and said after she put out the Horseface Hip video, I was so upset by it that I attempted to strike her channel twice. That's not true. I've never struck in a channel at all. I don't have time for it. First off. Second off, the shit they put out is so stupid. All right. I make fun of it. I enjoy every single bit of the stupid, and I want to see it. Hi, Ketchup. How are you?
Hi, Jay. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I was just talking. Well, Happy said that you probably had to poop.
I wasn't pooping, Happy. I did hear that. I mean, I can usually poop faster than that.
Well, anyways, I was talking to Lips. I was giving Lips a little warning that she lied about me. I never.
I know.
In
I couldn't
fact, I've been
believe she
begging
said
her.
that.
I've been begging her to put it back up, and she says, apparently Jay is so hurt about being called horseface hip. No, I'm not. No, I enjoy it. Bring it on.
She said you filed 2 harassment complaints with YouTube and that it got taken down because of that. I'm like, she's lying.
Yes, she is a liar. Bring your proof, Lips, because tomorrow, when I put out my thumbnail that says Leslie Federigo's has a problem with the truth or memory, I don't want any complaints. And if you want to sue me for the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time and lose, you can do that as well. All right? You're a liar. Okay? Leslie Federigo's is a liar because she lied. I've never struck in her channel. All right? So show the proof, dummy. Show the proof that I ever struck your channel. You can't do so. All right? I know you can't do so. You're an idiot. All right? Don't lie about me, because if you do, I'll tell the truth about you. And then I'm going to make so much fun of you. It's going to be beyond belief. Okay? So if you want to continue down this road, Lips, well, stay tuned. I don't play around when it comes to people lying about me.
I just couldn't believe that she said that about you out of everyone. Like, you've been begging her to put it back up.
Exactly. Over and over and over. I'm like, put up my video, dummy. I want my video back up. I love my horse face hip. I even told her, you'll probably get 11 views, all from me. Put up video. My God, I mean, but no, she lied about me because, quite frankly, she thinks that stuff hurts my feelings. It doesn't, all right? It doesn't hurt my feelings. It makes me want to expose your lies. By the way, I had received, I believe, some messages from people based on her advice that are going to be moving to other states to avoid child support, and they won't be paying their child support anymore.
No.
We'll see how this goes for them, but that was her advice. If you go to another state, the child support is null and void. Also, I have a couple other people, I believe, that might have messaged me, allegedly, that said, they had protection orders, but when the person that had a protection order against them is going on vacation upcoming, they're going to go on vacation in the same area and harass them because that's what she said. All right.
Wow, that works out good for stalkers, huh?
Yes, it works out very good for stalkers. Very good deal, according to Lips and Fleabag. This is their advice that they're handing out to their audience. This is what's going to happen. Here is Leslie no longer finds you adorable, Jay. I know. But this is what's going to happen. She's opening herself up to a potential lawsuit. Someone is going to take what she said seriously, all right, as a lawyer, a permanently retired lawyer, and they're going to be going, I did what she said I could do on her stream as a permanently retired lawyer with a actual lawyer, Doritos, right next to her, giving out this terrible advice. All right, stop doing this, please, Lips. You're killing yourself more than anything else with your stupidity. You're not a good lawyer. I know this because of what you said. You're a liar. Crystal Thomas gifted 5 Just Giant memberships. Thank you so much, Crystal T. If you get one of those, thank Crystal Thomas. And remember, we're the Clown Loser Show over here, according to Gabe, high out of his mind. Gabe. Oh, yeah, they had to pull the Narcan out again nearly last night because he was so high on his medication.
He was petting himself, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's petting himself, because he had taken a lot of his prescription medication, because of his things. That, was whatever. I don't know. Thank you, Crystal T. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Dwayne, how are you? I appreciate it. Once again, catch up, as I was saying earlier. Thank you to all you fine folks for yesterday. What you did for my mom, I really appreciate that. I was telling catch up, it was $800.
That is so amazing. And I want to say happy birthday, Mama Hip. I was not here yesterday in the chat or anything. I was sick. I'm feeling much better today, but
I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes.
I was sad that I missed it.
No, it was wonderful. She was so ecstatic. She couldn't believe it. And In the Clouds just gifted 20 Just J-Hip memberships. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Thank you, In the Clouds. Thank you so much. If you get one of those, thank In the Clouds. They work hard for their money, and they're wonderful. I love In the Clouds. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Clown Loser Show. It's weird in here, but you'll get used to it.
See what happens when I show up late?
Thank you, In the Clouds. I'm like an expert now. Thank you, In the Clouds. I appreciate that. Yamaha says, petting himself. What the? Just open an OnlyFans already, you weirdos. I think they already have those. I'm subscribed to 3 of them, and I tell you, I haven't wanted to be with anybody in ages because after what I seen on Tories, it was terrible. I tell you. She nearly turned me gay, I tell you. It was terrible. I ran back to Miyagi immediately. I said, Miyagi, comfort me. I debated at Robert Tower. They nearly suckered me into it, but also I knew Mama Hip didn't want to be like on the phone forever. It's like, she was nervous. It was her first timer. Hi, crusty old witch. Now today we're going back to Darrell Brooks. Now, I know a lot of you would like to see Just J-Hip cover the 2 fleas and some fraud, and cover the felons, fraud, and fools. But I get bored of them. But tomorrow, I got a wonderful Ray Ray video. Ray's all pissy. And we're going to go through some Ray Ray tomorrow. Oh, we'll go over lips. Oh, trust you me. Yep, we'll go over her terrible, terrible video where she gives out terrible advice and Doritos is completely unhinged. And, I don't know what happened to him, but he's completely retarded. And, I don't know what's going on with him, but I just didn't need to know that, Jay. I now more vociferously question your life choices. I know. Who's Darrell Brooks? Darrell Brooks ran through the Waukesha parade. Yes, with his SUV, and he's on trial. Now, this has already happened. He was sentenced to, 2,000 years in prison or something like that. He represented himself, did a good job, brought up some valid points. He was there. If that helps. And eventually, he's going to make a box fort later on in the trial. It'll be delightful. He's also going to have a stare down with the judge where he pounds his fist on the desk. And, he puts on his angry face. Oh, man, there's a lot of good coming as the trial goes on when we get to days 9, 10, 11, closing arguments, all right? And then when he's doing his sentencing statement, and then when his mom and his grandma come and speak for him on his behalf, And they're like, mental health is a major thing, and people like Darrell should be in a hospital, not in jail. Uh-huh, yeah. Well, you suck just as much as he does. Yes, you do, Mrs. Brooks, or whatever her name is. I don't care. Let me take us off stage here, catch up. Oh, yeah, that dude. Yep, that dude. No, you're good, Rosie T. You're good. I've been covering. I think this is like my 12th episode of this as we work our way through the trial of wonderfulness and, well, sterile stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to get my playback speed up to 1.5. And let me see where we're at here. Let me hit the play button. Here we go. Back with Darrell Brooks on day 6, I believe. Day 6. We finished day 5, day 6 here.
Previously, the officer's radio was talking. You can hear the dispatcher. You can hear other officers. And you can hear some people talking in the distance as well. So we did mistakenly include that. However, that being said, Your Honor, I think it's a clear reference to the other acts, only if you know there's other acts. Truthfully, I think it's a vague and ambiguous statement. What I heard the statement to have been at about the 2:52 mark in the recording, I heard Ms. Patterson say,
Hang on. Hang on 1 second here. I just want to make sure I'm on the right one. I know we had just started this one, but I might. Give me a sec here. I think this is the wrong one. I think, hang on here. They have multiple day 6s from different streams, so give me just a second. Oh, this is the Okay, we skip. Oh, yeah, we're on the priest. We're on the priest. Okay. Okay. Depending on what stream you pull up, there's different day 6s, so let me get to the right one. We were on the priest. The priest.
Oh, yeah, we were on the priest.
Yeah, so let's get to the priest here. Here we go.
That's when the shitty flute started.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, there's 2 different streams in one day 6. They only do like half of the day, and then they do a second day 6, and it gets a little confusing. I'm on the right one now, though. Here we go.
Objection, how many times we published the same picture?
Your objection's noted. It's overruled.
Yeah, stop posting same.
On this picture, there are different groups that appear to be on this picture. Can you describe what does this appear to be a map of?
Yeah, that would be Main Street, and that'd be our groups, all the groups of the parade.
And do you see your group on this map?
I do.
Would it be in the left-hand side of Exhibit 15?
Objection, leave the witness.
Sustained. Hold on. Sustained. Please rephrase.
Where would you see?
Big win.
You said you saw your group. Where do you see your group on this map?
On this map, our group is furthest to my left.
Can you circle it? And that would be in that arrow, or I'm sorry, that star that you circled, that is attached to a list of names. Is that correct?
Objection, leave the witness.
Sustained. Please rephrase.
Yes. Do you see a list of names and an arrow on that map?
Objection, leave the witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
I do.
And where does that, do you recognize the names that are on that map?
Objection, leave the witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
He got 2 sustains on leading the witness, so now that's his go-to.
I know, he does that the whole trial. He just says what they say.
Yeah, he finally gets a sustain. He's like, this is my go-to. Leading the witness. This is the one. What a dummy. That's a good job.
Yep, I recognize all those names.
And it appears that approximately how many names are on that list?
Objection, leave the witness.
Overruled.
19.
Didn't mean to test you. And were all those people, to your knowledge, injured as a result of being struck by or indirectly struck by the vehicle in the parade?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. We can take Exhibit 15 now.
This is on fire.
So when you looked around and saw the red SUV, did you hear the impacts first, or did you see the red SUV first?
I saw the red SUV just flying on the left side. I mean, flying is a relative word, but it was going fast. It was going faster than anyone in their right mind would be driving in that scenario.
It's bad when Darrell Brooks is my palate cleanser from the flea bags and lips all in Ray all week. This is bad when Darrell Brooks is the palate cleanser. Yamaha, no all caps, please. I hate to. Yamaha's gonna get kicked out.
Did you estimate the speed?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
From being on that street on other occasions and kind of walking over there, the speed limit was 25. The car, in my estimation, was going faster than I would see a car driving in normal times down that street.
Hey, mommy.
So in excess of 25 miles per hour?
Objection, hearsay. Leading the witness.
Not hearsay. It's a clarification question. Your objection noted. It's overruled. You may answer.
I would say yes.
Now, when you said that you saw the red SUV coming to your left, I know you described your path of travel being on the right side
Exactly.
of the road. So it's to the left of you would be more towards the middle of your group or to the left of your group? Or on the left-hand side of your group?
I would say it was on my left.
Okay, so you're not sure how far away it was when it passed you?
Hey,
No,
bro.
it was on my left. I was not struck. It was on my left. It wasn't.
Did you see who was driving the vehicle?
I did not.
After the vehicle, did the vehicle go past your group? Did it drive past your group?
I believe it did. I saw it just fly by, and my intention immediately was drawn towards the three people that were on the ground in my vicinity.
After the car went by, did you ever see the car stop?
I simply I saw the car fly by, and then the next thing I knew, there were three people in front of me on the ground. So my attention right there.
Did you see anyone else on the ground after the car passed, other than the three people you initially saw?
There were other, so all around them, there were different kind of, as time played out, kind of pockets of people.
Can you describe who you saw
Hi, Chucky.
after the car went through
Hi,
who
Chucky.
was injured?
So the three people that were in my path were Father Patrick Heppy, and then Maria Perez, and William Bill Mitchell.
Did they all appear to be injured?
Yes,
And did you meet with those people after the parade? Did you talk to them or meet with them?
Yes.
yeah. So my attention was really drawn towards those three that were kind of right there. Father Pat was he was kind of completely knocked out, and then he kind of came to, and he was kind of put on the side of the road. And then I more or less stayed by Maria Perez on the side. She was in agonizing pain. There were some other people that came. William Mitchell was also there, also with severe injuries, major pain. So I more or less stayed there. And then Father Pat and I, we live in the same, we call it the rectory, or the house. So when he went into the hospital, I joined him to go. And then so my next immediate experience was going to the hospital and then encountering more of the people that were in our group who were already at the hospital.
The three people you had direct contact with would have been Maria Perez, William Mitchell or Bill Mitchell, and Father Heppy.
That's correct.
Objection, leading the witness.
I believe that's what this testimony just was.
Correct. It's overruled.
And you went to which hospital?
So Father Pat was taken by a squad to Waukesha Memorial. So I joined them in going to that hospital.
Did you see any other people that you had observed on that list on Exhibit 15 at Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
Yes, I did.
What observations did you make there of the people you saw?
Yep. So immediately I saw Eileen Perales,
Hello,
who was sitting off to the side with some facial issues and some other injuries. So Father Pat was he was placed in a room, and I kind of,
I said hello, Calvin. How many times I gotta say hello? Jeez. You're interrupting my stream for like 11 hellos.
and then Benjamin and Elliot Hallmark were also in kind of the general waiting room, and I ended up also seeing them. And then my next experience would be with the different situations in families, it became apparent that unfortunately some families were split apart and in different injuries. And so I was with there was CAT scans that needed to be done on some of the children. So there were kind of 4 beds. And I was especially with that Benjamin and Elliot Hallmark, their parents were out, and then it also turned out that Eileen and Ashley Perales also then were kind of waiting CAT scans. So that would have been my next kind of encounter.
What injuries did you observe on those individuals?
So at the time, I mean, Ashley had kind of some what's it called, facial lacerations and major injuries there.
And I think you already testified about Eileen. How about Elliot and Benjamin Hallmark?
Yeah, so they're both in, at the time they're getting checked out for brain situations. It was clear Benjamin had kind of a major fracture in his leg and also a major kind of golf ball kind of coming out of his eyes. And Elliot also then had some injuries.
And I'm just going to go through the remainder. If you saw them or either that night or in the following days, let me know if you know that they were injured. Maria Alvarez Dominguez.
Objection. It's hearsay.
It's not hearsay. It's asking about his knowledge, not what he heard. It's so you may answer the question.
Maria was injured. I don't know the full scope of her injuries.
Faves, let's not dox yourself, please. All right. There's going to be a whole bunch of people looking for you in Western New York right now, so just be careful, fans. Good morning, Brenda. By the way, I'm protecting faves. I'm protecting faves.
Yeah, good job, Jay. Good job.
And how about Gregorio Romelia Perez?
She was very, very, very severely injured. Major issues.
Could you observe what those injuries were?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
Pelvis fractures and
Hearsay.
she's
He's
in
not
rehab for about 4 months with still walking with a cane.
What the business was the business? What's the business? What the business? Thank you, Prince of Wales. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that.
Hey, Zach.
Wait, who's here? Zach?
That's Zach. Yeah.
Prince of Wales is Zach.
Yeah. How you been?
How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you?
I know I talked to him in chat once, like a week or two ago, but that was the first time I saw him in a long time. He was taking a break for the holidays.
Oh, I see. Well, hello, Zach. How are you? Nice to see you here again. Thank you for the too much love. Thank you. I haven't seen Jeannie in a little bit either. Has anyone seen Jeannie?
Jeannie? No, I haven't seen Jeannie. Well, she uses Zoe's Graham now instead of Jeannie, but I haven't seen her under that name either.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of times she watches the What the Hell shows, but lately the What the Hell shows have had like 500 plus people in them, so it's really, really hard. So I try and keep an eye out, but yeah. If you see Jeannie, tell her I said hi. Hi, I'm Real Mean. How are you?
She still is walking with a cane?
That's correct.
Lori Logan?
Lori sustained some major heart issues, so she had a major procedure on her heart.
Marisol Lopez Gutierrez?
I don't know the full extent. Marisol was impacted. She suffered I believe, a wrist fracture. Some other major soreness. She's healing.
Adair Lopez Gutierrez?
Adair was the car ran over him. He didn't suffer any major physical injuries, but was impacted.
Juan Marquez?
Juan suffered a major leg fracture. Has had a couple surgeries.
David Marquez?
David was struck, took on some bruising, but no major injuries.
Jason Pekla?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
Jason suffered a severe concussion and some ankle injuries.
How is that hearsay? He was there.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Well, here's the point that Darrell's trying to make: is this is what he heard from doctors or through the church, that this is what he sustained. But he was there and actually heard it from people themselves because he visited them all in the hospital. He was there. Of course, he's going to go see his, parishioners. He's going to go see them in the hospital. All right. So he knows firsthand from what he experienced, not just on the scene, but when he later visited them all at the hospital. He saw them afterwards over the last year. He's seen them in wheelchairs, on crutches, with canes. He's seen them all. But yes, how dare we question the legal genius of Darrell? Well, I don't know, Yamaha. Maybe. Bear in mind, Darrell Brooks in prison for the rest of his life. And he's faced some pretty harsh punishment in prison already, much like paint chips. Yep, very similar. Maybe worse.
Go ahead and answer.
That was we came very close to losing her. Major head trauma. Was severely hurt.
Jose Peralez Alvarez?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Jose also was very severely hurt with leg injuries. He's had about 10 surgeries at this point. Still walking with a crutch.
And Camila Perez Gonzalez?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Camilla had an orthopedic injury. Had a couple surgeries.
0 for 38 on the hearsays. I know. He's doing better than Lips does.
Any cross-exam questions for this witness, sir?
I do.
Oh, yes, he does.
Sick. I don't have too many questions for you, Father.
Oh, Father.
Do you recall when you knew for sure that you would be testifying in this matter?
I got an official word on October 1st to plan to be here, I believe, on last Wednesday.
And to the best of your knowledge, do you have any reason why you would be testifying on behalf of an injured party if you are not an injured party? Grounds.
Overruled, can I answer? You know,
My thought would be that as the pastor, I would have a more wide-ranging kind of knowledge of different people's situations as a pastor, where some people might. That's what I would assume. But
When you testified to observing quite a few injuries, how can you assess the injuries just by looking at the people?
can you clarify what you mean by that? Like, what are you getting at?
For example, if I was to see someone injured laying on the ground, I could essentially say, "Oh, it looks like this," but how can I be certain that that's what it is? So my question is, being that you observed a lot of injuries, how are you able to assess what they were just by looking?
well, the question mischaracterizes his testimony, so I'm going to ask that you rephrase.
How did you know the injuries just by looking?
It still mischaracterizes his testimony. That's not what he said. He was asked about whether he was aware.
Yeah, that he observed injuries. So how could he know
He observed some, so you need to be specific as what point in
the
time.
injuries that you saw at the hospital? How were you able to say for sure what those injuries were just by observation?
Yeah, so some of it is seeing people at the hospital, and then part of it then is, so there's the immediate seeing people in the hospital, and then there's the later times of seeing people in the hospital or seeing people in other contexts.
So would it be fair to say that you were told those injuries either by medical professionals or by the people?
Exactly. So people would say, "This is my injury." I would believe them. If they'd be in the hospital, if I see people with crutches, wheelchairs, then I would say that's probably accurate.
But you didn't know for sure yourself until you were told.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not the one diagnosing an injury. I can observe what they say, I can observe what I see, and then if I see people with crutches, wheelchairs,
that's what
then
I was getting at.
there's probably truth there.
Do you know, because you testified to seeing those some of those people after the incident, would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you know if any of the people you saw after the incident filed any claims in the matter?
Could you clarify by what you mean by claims?
Did they file for to be an injured party in the matter, or did they file for any medical bill support or anything of that nature? To your knowledge, do you recall any of that?
We certainly told as many people as possible to get involved in the Waukesha parade support and other means of help. I can't speak specifically for each person what they did or did not do.
Can you explain to the jury what you mean by the support that you are referring to? Was that?
Now, this is terrible of these people. This is a financial scam. They were looking to get their injuries covered and hospital bills covered by other people.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
terrible, right?
They're going to come after a substitute trust, is my guess. I mean, seriously, I can't believe how terrible these injured parties are.
Well, hopefully they'll spell his name in all capital letters, so they won't really get the money then.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping too. Yeah, this was the most entertaining trials, Zach. I've watched this one probably 20 times over when it happened on every single channel. Law Talk with Mike, Legal Vices, anyone who was doing this or covering this, I watched it. I wanted every perspective that every lawyer, Emily DeBaker, my friend, and sometimes co-host, everyone who was covering this.
Sometimes co-host.
Well, sometimes, I've been on sometimes as a guest.
Yeah.
She even read my super chat one time.
I bet she did.
Like a group formed, or was that sort of like an event of a GoFundMe
So
account or
stupid.
something like that? Can you give some clarity on that?
Yeah, there was the Waukesha parade fund that was, I think, an international type of thing. There was, our parish had a fund. There were GoFundMes. There were any number of different things. There were different encounters to allow people to come together and talk about what had happened and seek, start healing from the emotional part of it.
And by international, that would be assuming worldwide. That'd be fair to say?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say that there were financial interests attached to this incident.
Yeah.
Objection is how it relates to this witness's testimony.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds. Grounds.
I should try to answer the question.
No, I sustained it. You don't have to answer
Okay.
that. You can rephrase, but as it relates to how it was asked on this witness, I'm sustaining it.
Sorry, Zach.
Well, it was actually because he referred to some GoFundMe's being set up and anything. So my question was, being that it was a wide-ranging scope by him saying international,
What's your question? I sustained the objection.
was there any financial interests attached to this incident?
And I'm going to object to the same reasons before.
Grounds.
It's vague, unclear, overly broad. Sustained is to the form of the question.
You're killing it, Darrell. You're doing a good job.
Any idea how much money was raised for the I guess I would say GoFundMe's groups support?
Objection as it relates to this witness's
Grounds.
testimony.
Grounds.
I'll allow it a little bit of leeway as it potentially could relate to bias. Not of this witness, he made no claim, but go ahead if he knows. Subject to you following up with other, I guess, witnesses later on.
I know, so the Catholic community of Waukesha had an opportunity because people wanted to give, and so there was $73,000 that came into the fund that I'm aware of, the Catholic community of Waukesha, that we dispersed in different ways. There's still, I think, 3,000 left. That's for kind of community healing events. What the end of what GoFundMe's reached, what the Waukesha Foundation Fund reached, I don't know. But I know the Catholic community of Waukesha was 73,000. Yeah, specific. I couldn't say 73 what, but 73,000, I think.
And did that go straight towards the victims to help them in any way?
So an example would be, there are many people that they could not work because of being hurt, or they had situations where a loved one was severely hurt and they had to be at home or going to the hospitals, nursing homes, and taking care of them. So there was, and I have no idea the ins and outs of payment of hospital bills and things like that, but I know people were, they could not go to work because of some of these scenarios.
And you stated you didn't see the vehicle approaching at the time when it got to where you were. Would that be fair to say?
That's correct. It was very close to me when I saw it.
About how close to you did the vehicle come?
The vehicle was on my left side. I saw it probably, very close to when it was on me, I would say, to my left.
So you were on the right side of the street?
It was on the right side of the road.
So it'd be fair to say it was on the opposite side of the road from you?
It was on my left. Where on the left? If you show me a picture of the road, like point to where it was on my left, I could not say that. It was on my left.
Did it come pretty close to you at any time when it was passing?
The car did not hit me. It was on my left.
You refer to it as a car, as you just said. Was it a car? Was it an SUV? What was the vehicle?
I would describe it as an SUV, to be specific.
Any reason why you would say car? Grounds.
Because it's a general term, idiot.
It's an automobile, dummy. Jeez Louise. No, this witness, his testimony should be thrown out. He called it a car. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He wasn't really there.
The priest is lying.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, perpetually puzzler. How are you? Yes, this was all of the people who got run over, their opportunity to get rich. Hey, did you see last night on Lips's stream where they were talking about Texas?
Texas? No.
Well, they were talking about receiving texts, TEXTS, and
Right.
said on multiple occasions that people were receiving texts.
I had it playing on like 2 times speed because I didn't really even want to watch it. And then when she started talking about her beauty regimen, I was like, I'm out.
Lips to fame Texas too, just like
Like nobody wants beauty tips from her. I'm out.
I'll be sharing that tomorrow. We'll go over lips defaming Texas as well with Doritos, both defaming Texas. Yeah, that's not how it's said. But also, she had made a recording of something, and so she had a record of it. Okay. She's nearly dumber than Brooks, I think. She's like, oh yeah, and I have it all on record. What? You have it on a recording, a record? What are you talking about, dummy? I will get to it. It'll be cute.
For me, people that know me, I'm not a car person, so car is a wide-ranging descriptor to me.
Would it be fair to say you wouldn't call a bus a car, though, right?
That's argumentative, sustained. You don't need to answer that one.
Call bus a car. Call it a bus.
When asked earlier, when you were asked about if you saw anyone else on the ground or something to that effect, you said as time went on, you had observed someone else laying on the ground. Can you explain what you mean by as time went on? Was that a significant time that passed, or a very short time that passed at that point? Do you recall?
My testimony says there were 3 people that were right in front of me, and I really spent time. Father Pat then was taken to the side as he waited for a squad to come. I really stayed with Maria because there weren't a lot of people around there first, so I really kind of focused on staying with her. From looking up and waiting, there'd be officers or different medical personnel, whether they were, I can't say what type of personnel there were. People would come and check and kind of evaluate, but I could see other kind of pockets of people.
Did you?
Which one, Rosalind? Darrell Brooks, or Doritos, or Lips? Because Lips might be a he too at this point. All right, I know she's heavily damaged down there. Heavily damaged. She had 4 kids, and that does a lot of damage down there. Just a ton of damage.
Yep, her words. Her words.
So much so that Jeremy Hales wanted to see the heavily damaged area. Welcome to the show, Lips and Doritos. I'm glad you're back again because just Jay Hip, after you lied about me yesterday, is going to continue to talk about your heavily damaged area down there. Just saying. Allegedly. Oh, Zach, don't forget, Rosalind Duke still needs her bikini bottoms back. If you could hop on that. Still waiting.
And her go-go boots, please.
Yes, and her go-go boots. I'm keeping the tops, though. I'm keeping the tops.
Observe the other pockets of people that weren't with your group being struck at any point in time?
The only experience that I saw was our particular group. At the time of the incident, I had no idea what had taken place behind us.
And would it be fair to say you had no idea what had taken place in front of your group?
As I stated, I only saw what I saw.
At any time when the vehicle was passing you, were you able to see into the vehicle?
The vehicle was going very fast. So I would not have had a picture of who's driving the
But
vehicle.
you can't estimate a good speed that the vehicle may have been traveling.
My estimation was the vehicle was traveling faster than I would usually see a car traveling down Main Street. So over 25 miles an hour.
So would that be that you said traveling faster than you would see a car traveling down Main Street? Would that be in terms of if there was a parade actively going on, or even without any traffic on Main Street?
If I was at Main Street right now watching cars go past, if I was just on the sidewalk, I would say that the parade was traveling faster than those cars would be traveling.
I'm saying in terms of even if there was no parade, if it was just a normal day.
That's what I'm saying. On a normal day, the car was traveling, in my estimation, faster than you would see a car traveling on a normal day.
And you weren't able to get any description of the driver of the vehicle?
Not at all, no.
That's his place.
Could you at any point tell if there was more than one person in the vehicle?
I would not have been able to know.
Sorry, they were too busy focusing on the fact that you were trying to run everybody over.
Yeah, why were they doing that? Meanies. They should
Yeah.
focus on him.
Do you recall
Yeah,
any
and
interview with
like
law enforcement?
the license plate. and
Yeah.
I
stuff.
was at the hospital, as I indicated before that night, and there was a law enforcement person that kind of ducked into one of the rooms and asked, a couple questions, what I would have seen, or
So very brief, not extensive, long extensive type interview, but very brief, just a few questions.
in the hospital that evening. Yes, there was a law enforcement. That was a brief interview.
Did you give any, or were you interviewed by any law enforcement after that night?
I was not interviewed until getting a subpoena about this particular case.
Do you recall when you received that subpoena?
I can't say a specific date. I can say it, after that first.
Oh, by the way, since we're live here, I just got a text message from my dad, and he said, "Thanks so much for what you and your chat did for Mom yesterday. Absolutely made her day. She was smiling from ear to ear last night as she was telling everyone what had happened between Emily, Kenny, and Bonnie, and they were so thrilled as well. It was perfect. Mom also told me about the funds raised. By the way, looks like the whole world knows who really runs the show." Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. That's right. By the way, thank you so much. But yeah, apparently Mama Hip is trying to stick it to Papa Hip.
Well, I mean, she deserves it after she couldn't get rid of you at the grocery store.
I know. So funny. That's funny. Good stuff.
This one, October 1st, was when I got the official,
Thank you.
to report, to testify to the case. I can't remember what date it was before that.
Were you in contact with any law enforcement about this incident leading up to the October 1st subpoena that you received?
Not before I talked to the DA.
And no,
That,
French, I did not cuddle with
That's
Ron
the first time.
night on the fireplace.
And do you recall what DA that was?
It was Susan.
Excuse me.
Susan.
Made a record reflect that there was a right hand gesture towards the prosecution table.
I believe
I
the
don't think
witness
French was
identified our
talking about
district
you,
attorney, Susan
Jay.
Hopper, as the Susan. The record can
Oh, I might have been a little confused.
Probably talking about her and the Duke,
Odd question then. Okay. A little weird, French, to be honest with you. And kind of focused on the Duke, where it's just perhaps right here. All right, maybe let's not make things so public.
reflect that.
And was that October 1st time the only conversation you had with Attorney Hopper?
October 1st was when I received a notification that I was to report to court. I spoke with Susan sometime in the month before. We spoke once.
But in the month before the October 1st subpoena?
Thank you, Chocoholic.
So October 1st is when I formally got the subpoena that I was to come in. It would have been sometime in September where I was notified to come in and talk to the DA. So I talked to the DA once.
And at that time in September, you weren't yet subpoenaed.
I was, how do I say this? This would be a point of clarification in the sense of I believe that I was subpoenaed to come in and talk to the DA. I'm not sure if that's a subpoena or that's what the correct wording is. I was told to come in and talk to the district. I'm not sure if that's.
Speaking of this is funny. Zach says she couldn't because I stole her bear skin. You know what's funny? Did you watch Ray's show yesterday when he said sometimes people wear their heart on their skin?
Oh no.
No.
You okay?
He said, I gotta tell you, sometimes, people just wear their heart right on their skin. Just when you think it can't get any better, it does. By the way, folks, don't wear your heart on your skin. Wear it inside of your skin, preferably. That's where it does the best job.
Yeah, that's where it needs to stay. Keep it in there.
Don't worry, we'll be watching it tomorrow.
A subpoena, but I believe it would be more than come in if you want to. I believe it was kind of like you need to come in. That's if you want, you can. If not, don't. I'm not sure what the terminology for that is, but that's how I would take it. That's a subpoena.
No, that's not a subpoena. The subpoena is when you actually get the subpoena paperwork by mail, or I don't.
Mr. Brooks, you need to ask a question.
Can I get to it, Your Honor?
No, because you're trying to define something, which would be testifying, which you cannot do at this time. So the jury will disregard his last comment, but go ahead and ask a question of this witness.
Something else. Wow.
Mr. Brooks, that was inappropriate. Do you have any other questions
Yes,
for this
I do.
witness?
Yes,
Please
I
ask
do.
them.
Yeah, be rude to the priest.
Mm-hmm. Jackass.
During your conversations with Attorney Opper in September and October 1st, when you received the subpoena, at that time, were you provided the complaint in this issue?
What do you mean by complaint?
The complaint would be a reference to the charges in this matter. Paperwork that would state the charges.
Objection back.
Grounds.
Oh, overruled. You may answer if you
Grounds.
I mean, to me, seeing what happened and seeing everyone that was hurt,
No.
to me, it was very obvious what this was about.
Did you see at any time any paperwork related to the charges in this incident?
So there'd been the subpoena sheet that would have had your name and a number of different.
What do you mean my name? What are you referring to?
Oh,
I believe it would have said Darrell Brooks on it.
Are you aware that I don't identify by their name? So is that what your subpoena said? Was that the language of your subpoena? The logistics?
We've been down this road under 906.11, Mr.
Logistics?
Brooks.
Oh
You're not-
boy.
I need you to ask a relevant question to this witness.
That was relevant. He said what was on his
No,
subpoena.
you've talked at length about the subpoena. So under 906.11, move on to a new topic, please.
Under 906.11 STFU.
even Basie's trying to cover her face. She's like, he's an idiot. I was like, oh God, really? Yes. Let's badger the priest, dummy. This is gonna look good in front of the jury. Badger the priest.
Mm-hmm. Just like starting a fight with the judge every morning when they're bringing the jury in. That's a great look too.
Do you realize I don't go by that name? No, I don't, but I prayed to God and asked him, and he said that would be okay to say that's your name. Dummy.
Take it up with your mom, Darrell. Take it
I
up with your mom.
I love the look of the prosecution team right.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect look of, okay, we're gonna do this. And the lady in the background, she's kind of just smiling like, oh, look at dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's cute. Yeah, enjoy prison.
Right?
Are you aware of who the plaintiff is in this matter?
Objection relevant.
Grounds.
Overruled. You may answer.
Thank you, hooked him up. I appreciate
I believe that,
it much.
that you would be, or excuse me, you're the defendant.
I would be a plaintiff?
Excuse me, at my mind, you're the defendant, I believe. The plaintiff would be,
If you know who the plaintiff is.
all those who were hurt under the title of the state of Wisconsin. That's how I would identify it.
That's how you identify it. So, do you know if anybody who was hurt that identified as the plaintiff?
Objection relevant.
Grounds.
Grounds.
I think this witness has testified. He's really not sure what the plaintiff is. He kind of guessed. He gave an assumption.
Sustained.
He did.
Foundation.
He did answer the question though.
Sustained. Next question.
Daryl's getting a raw deal here.
So, to the best of your knowledge, the plaintiff would be the representative of the people.
Objection is relevant.
Sustained. You're now asking him to make a legal conclusion, which I will not have him do. It's also not relevant.
Do you know of any injured party who claims to be the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection, relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
I thought I was
Mr. Brooks, under 90611, please move on to a new topic.
Are you aware that only an injured party could be the plaintiff in this incident?
Objection,
Grounds.
relevance.
Sustained also misstates the law.
Yes, she
Go.
does.
Mr. Brooks, new topic, or under 90611, I will close the cross-examination.
How does that mischaracterize the law? An injured party has to make the
Under
plaintiff.
90611, you haven't asked a question. I will give you one more opportunity. Don't question me. Please ask a question of this witness. The jury will disregard his statement as it mischaracterizes the law. He is not testifying, he's asking questions at this time.
Are you aware that the state of Wisconsin is an entity and cannot claim to be an injured party in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained, right. Your cross-exam is now closed under 90611. Does the state have any redirect for this witness? Go ahead.
Sir, prior to the red SUV coming through your group, did you ever hear of horn honking?
Objection.
Overruled. You may answer, sir.
Objection. Hearsay.
It's not hearsay.
I personally didn't, but
Very clearly hearsay.
Now, I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 15 again and ask that that be published to the jury. This has already been admitted into evidence.
Go ahead.
Answer this to me. Did you hear any horn honking? Hearsay. Nothing else, Darrell. And then he's looking like, well, it's very clearly hearsay. He would have been better off with relevance in that one, even though that's a terrible one too, but still it would have given him like a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
I can tell you this much: hearsay did not fit in that deal. Don't don't forget. At another point in time, the judge will suggest to Darrell Brooks maybe he look through the book on why hearsay is again.
Again, right.
Objection. What was the answer to the last question?
The record speaks for itself. That's the witness can consider the annotations.
And again, you previously identified the individuals in the Catholic Communities of Waukesha box. In looking at that box again, were all those people on the road as part of the Catholic Communities of Waukesha when the red SUV went through?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled. You may answer, sir.
definitely 100%.
And we can take that exhibit off the screen. One final question. When you spoke with District Attorney Susan Opper in your meeting that you testified to, did she ever tell you what to say today?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. You questioned his credibility. You questioned his talking to the state. He may answer the question.
The only reason why I'm objecting, Your Honor, is because
Your objection is noted.
Attorney Opper is not asking the question, so how would Attorney Basie know what
Mr.
Opper
Brooks,
said?
I'm not going to explain the legal
Oh, wow.
procedures. Go ahead, ask the question. You may answer when she does. Do you recall the question?
Yeah, I do. She did not.
Did she tell you to tell the truth today?
Objection. Relevancy.
Oh, sustained is to the form of the question.
Everything that you testified today, is it truthful?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes.
Nothing further. Thank you.
It's hearsay as to whether or not he's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Idiot.
No, the priest is lying and telling a story about somebody else and what they believe within himself. This is weird. This is it's like Inception at this point. I don't know what's going on. It's so insane, this dummy. And he's still slightly better than Lips, Ray, and the Fleabag at this point because he's my palate cleanser. This is terrible what we've come to, but that's because I know he's already in prison. Okay.
Anthony, you may step down.
Look at that. Got a raw deal. DP got a raw deal.
I would like to get through one more witness, but I want to take a short comfort break for everyone. So I'll rise for the jury. Thank you.
He's getting very agitated now.
Mr. Brooks, not now.
Not allowed to.
Not now. The jury is in this courtroom and you will show respect for them and for this court.
Respect for them. Would be
Mr. Brooks,
telling them the truth.
stop.
Mm-mm.
I'm putting you on notice
Hi,
that
Shelley.
you are on the verge of this court creating a curative instruction about your frivolous arguments. I will not have you claim legitimacy for what are debunked, frivolous, sovereign arguments.
Then
That is why
prove it.
your questions
Prove it.
are being
Ooh.
Prove that it's
objected to,
frivolous. Prove
and
that it's
by
frivolous. Prove it.
all the cases that we've already referenced, sir. We are in recess. We'll be back in
Prove
5
it.
minutes. Thank you, everyone.
I don't agree to a estoppel. Can you prove?
Oh, he doesn't agree to estoppel. There shouldn't be estoppel. He's so angry.
Can't believe he said prove it to her.
Yeah, you prove it to me. She doesn't have to prove it to you, dummy. Jay, you should be doing this review at night so we can play a drinking game.
Everybody would be drunk in 20 minutes.
It's-
The whole stream would go off the rails.
listen, this is taking place in the wet game. Gang. Oh, boy. I told you, it starts to get spicy. Let's see who we got here.
The Catholic communities, were you with your family?
I was.
And generally, I don't need names, but was your wife present?
My wife and my 4 kids at the time, yes.
And what are the ages of your kids?
At that time, they were 3, 5, 7, and 9.
And approximately how many people were walking with the Catholic communities of Waukesha?
I believe there was about 45 or 46 individuals that were walking with us.
I'm going to show you a photograph and just ask if you recognize it. It's Exhibit 121.
I'll be right back, Tay. Or Ketchup.
Okay.
Hold the fort down, Chup Chup.
Okay, Jay.
As a reminder, the monitors in the jury box have about a 20-second delay, so we need to be mindful of that as we show exhibits to them. They do come on the screen, I think, a little bit more quickly, but there's rapid succession previously, so
And I'd ask that also be published to the jury at this time. This exhibit has previously been admitted into evidence.
permission granted. And when is it the jury? Let me know when that exhibit comes up on the monitors in front of you. All right,
Okay. Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Whew. Sir, do you know where this picture was taken?
Yes, that was taken at Main Street and I believe East Avenue.
What day was it taken?
That was taken on November 21st, 2021.
And there are boxes with names that are associated with people through a red arrow. Do you see that?
Yes,
Overruled, you may answer.
Was that a yes?
yes,
And as you review those names and the people that those names are associated with, is that exhibit accurate?
Objection, leading the witness.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Sir, do you know the people whose names appear on exhibit 121?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled, you may answer.
yes,
And the arrows, do you see arrows on that exhibit?
yes,
And they're going from a person to a name. Do you see that?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled, the exhibit's previously been received. You may answer.
yes,
To clarify, Jason Pekloff, do you see him in this picture?
I do.
Can you, there's a touch screen in front of you. If you can just circle where he's at in this picture. How about Camila Perez Gonzalez? If you can circle her. Maria Alvarez Dominguez. Dair Lopez Revelar. Jose Perales Alvarez. And if we can clear the screen, and then Juan Marquez. Thank you. We can clear the screen.
Are you done with this exhibit?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you know the names of most, if not all, of the participants who were marching with the Catholic communities of Waukesha that day?
Most of them, yes,
At some point, did you hear some type of commotion behind you?
I did.
Can you describe to the jury what you heard?
We were walking westbound on Main Street.
Pace
And
yourself, y'all.
near the area of about 400 to 409 West Main Street. My attention was directed towards large amounts of screaming coming from behind us, so to our east. At that point, I looked over my left shoulder. At that point, there was still some folks from our group that were behind us, so it wasn't clear, but over the tops of them, I could see like a roof of a red vehicle traveling also to the east, coming towards us. I'm sorry, to the west, coming towards us.
What were your initial thoughts?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
My initial thought that came into my mind at that time when the screaming occurred was that there was probably a lost motorist and there was a vehicle traveling in the parade that shouldn't have been there.
Have you ever worked a Christmas parade in Waukesha?
I have.
Relevancy.
Overruled. You may answer.
You said you have.
I don't recall specifically the Christmas parade. I worked other events in downtown Waukesha.
Have you ever worked 4th of July parade?
Objection, relevancy to this incident.
Let me strike the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever worked a parade in the city of Waukesha?
I don't recall a specific parade, but I worked Friday Night Live, which is an event where they usually close down the downtown area for vehicle traffic. It's
that
pedestrians
happens
only.
every
So that was
Friday in
where I
the
was drawing
summer.
My recollection to that incident.
Are there sometimes when there are barricades set up and a vehicle will come into the area that they're not supposed to come in?
That does occur, yes.
What would law enforcement do in that case?
Usually stop the vehicle and direct them to either stop or remove them when it's safe to do so.
Have you ever been present where the vehicle doesn't stop?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
No.
When you said that you heard screaming, can you describe for the jury what you mean? Because we're in a parade, so I'm assuming that there's some screaming.
Objection, leading the witness.
Sustains to the form of the question.
Can you describe for the jury if the screaming stood out to you?
Yes, it
Objection,
was.
leading the witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, it was something different than was actually occurring at the parade. And just to give you perspective, at this point,
By the way, we're going to finish out, of course, day 6 today. We might get into day 7. Let me see where we're at. Oh, yeah, we're closing down on the end of day 6. Day 7's amazing. Day 7's where we're going to get to Officer Redbeard. Redbeard is the officer who actually fired shots at Darrell Brooks. Darrell Brooks does not take kindly to that. Day 7's amazing. So we are going to finish out day 6 and move into day 7. I don't know if we'll get to Redbeard today, but we will on Friday for sure. I promise you. It'll be fun.
we were actually almost done marching in the parade, which was actually a very big relief to me because I didn't want to be in the parade in the first place. So I was actually very relieved at that point. So yes, at that point, this had caused some sort of commotion that was not particularly used to that we've already incurred through the entire parade.
And did you notice anything different about your surroundings as you heard the screaming?
Objection. I asked the format of that question and it was answered.
Overruled, you may answer.
Can you just repeat the question, please?
Sure. Do you notice anything other than the screaming that seemed unusual when that happened?
Objection, different question.
Overruled. Not sure what the objection is, but you may answer.
So after my initial thought of that vehicle was just a lost motorist, or they didn't know actually what was going on, that thought faded very.
Objection. She asked a different question. Yeah, it's not an objection. That's a good one. Tell me. Oh.
Vehicle. Approximately how far was it away from you?
When I first looked back and saw it, I would estimate it to be about, I would say approximately 200 feet. My recollection is that it was near Curry Insurance.
Did you testify already as to where your position was at that time, correct?
Yes.
Where were you in relationship to the group that you were walking with? Where were you within that group?
Sure. So our group, we were just kind of walking together behind a white banner. There was no set, I guess, method of us walking. We actually, as we were continuing down the parade route, some of us moved forward, some of us moved back, depending on how the kids were doing. But at that particular time, I was near towards the back. So I would say the middle of the back of the group and more towards the center of the road.
And which shoulder did you look back over when you heard the screaming?
I turned to my left.
And that's when the vehicle was approximately 200 feet away?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Yes.
What did you see next?
The vehicle came. I recall the vehicle coming right at to where we were walking. It started hitting folks in our group, and the only thing that I can remember doing was I had my 3-year-old in my left hand, and I had my 9-year-old in my right hand. As we're walking down the parade route, my 7-year-old was kind of walking in front of us at the time, and I remember realizing that we were going to get hit, and it was going to come very quickly. And so I grabbed my 3-year-old as hard as I could, and I threw him towards the curb. At the same time, I tried to grab Benjamin at that point and throw him with my 3-year-old.
Benjamin, is he the 7-year-old?
Yes.
And he was in front of you, testified?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled. The answer may stand.
To the best of my memory, yes.
Yes. Okay. And you stated that you had your 9-year-old in your on your right side. What's the name of your 9-year-old?
Elliot.
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled. I'm sorry, what was the name?
Elliot.
Thank
Elliot
you.
Moore.
When you saw the vehicle,
Just giving you a little foreshadowing here. He threw his child out of the way of the vehicle. Darrell Brooks is going to blame this gentleman for injuring his own child.
Oh my God.
That's going to happen. Just want to prep you for it. That will happen. Hmm. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who's a dick? Here you go.
Yep.
Can't say it any different.
Oh, and as it was coming towards you, could you estimate the speed that the vehicle was traveling?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
I estimated the vehicle traveling about 30 to 40 miles an hour,
What is the speed limit in that area of Main Street?
25 miles per hour.
So you threw your 3-year-old to your left, you sedated?
Towards the curb, which would have been to the south.
And how about Elliot?
I don't remember at that point what happened with Elliot. As the vehicle passed us, I don't know if he got ripped out of my arms when the vehicle came through. I just remember that I kind of got, as I turned to my left, I pivoted on my left foot. I got clipped to my left foot, and the vehicle passed us, but I don't recall what happened with Elliot.
How about Ben?
Ben, I saw him stumble and kind of roll from where the vehicle came towards the curb to the south.
And when you said you got clipped, what clipped you?
Objection.
Overruled.
It had to have been the vehicle. I had an abrasion on my left heel, and then I just white sneakers on that night, and they had black marks along where I had my abrasion on that same part.
What was that consistent with, those black marks?
I would guess the vehicle tire.
Where was your wife?
She was standing a little bit behind and then to the left of us, so she would have been a little further at that point, a little bit further to the east and then to the south.
Now, in terms of the path that the vehicle was traveling prior to it striking your group, can you describe that for the jury in terms of was it on the north side of the road or the south side? Or to explain it to someone like me, if you're traveling down the parade route, was it on your left or on your right?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled.
As it was coming towards us, as I was walking initially, we were kind of in the center of the road. So when I saw the vehicle coming, I kind of moved to the left and threw my kids to the left. So we were kind of left of the center line, so to the left, as you described, and towards the south. But the vehicle had passed me on my right.
And did you say that you observed anyone get hit that was behind you?
I don't
Leading the witness.
Overruled.
I don't recall seeing anyone specifically getting hit. I do remember hearing sounds of the vehicle striking objects, and the only objects in the road were people at the time.
What happened next, or what do you remember next?
I remember turning to my wife and asking her if all the children were okay, and she looked back at me and said that she didn't know where our son Elliot was. At that point, I couldn't see him either, so I began running up and down Main Street trying to locate where he was.
Did you have eyes on your 3 other children?
I did.
And what did you do with those 3 kids?
I had those children stay with my wife while I went and tried to find Elliot.
Did you find Elliot?
It was some time after. I would estimate it to be a minute to 2 minutes after the vehicle passed, but I had located him on the road further to the south, almost immediately to where the curb was, being tended to by some individuals that had covered him up with a blanket.
While you're looking for Elliot, did you see anyone else on the ground?
I did.
Can you describe for the jury what you observed?
There was a lot of individuals laying on the road as we look back, and I remember specifically seeing Father Pat Happy laying on the ground. I remember he was, at that point when I saw him, I thought he was deceased because he wasn't moving at all. So I would assume that he was knocked unconscious. I continued past, and then I remember specifically seeing a younger female who I recall to be as Yamilet Perales laying in the roadway. And 2, I thought she was also deceased because there was blood coming from her ears, and she wasn't moving either.
Did you see anyone else before you found your son Elliot?
There was other people, but I don't specifically recalling at that particular time, no.
Once you found Elliot, what observations did you make of him?
At this point, he was awake. The person that was tending to him indicated that he was knocked unconscious. So when I found him, he actually regained consciousness, but he was crying and complaining of injuries to his back and to his hip and to his leg.
What did you do then?
Pretty much just, I was told by the individuals that were caring for him that that we needed to keep him there for safety purposes, for like C-spine, making sure they didn't have any significant neck injuries or back injuries, and that we needed to wait there until paramedics arrived.
They eventually come and assess Elliot?
Yes, during this time I had spoken with my wife, and the decision was made that she was going to go get the car because it was, at this point, it was chaos in downtown Waukesha.
Yeah.
I actually made contact with a couple of different officers that I knew
Hi, Gary.
from the police department.
It had to be
one of the
so
comments was we didn't know
hard.
how we were gonna
Your
get
first
these folks
instinct is
from
to
the
pick
street.
up your
Yeah.
kid and get them help.
And you can't. And you can't. do it.
Right.
I'm not muted, Bunsen. I don't think so. Am I muted? I think so. I'm not muted. I'm right here.
Don't tease us. Hi, Bunsen.
Hi, Bunsen. No, there was a lot of people in the area. And you know, Darrell Brooks has to treat these people like crap and accuse them of passing by other people who needed help in search of
Oh.
Brooks. And yeah, because Darrell Brooks is a dick. Now, you also have to remember, Darrell Brooks drove over these people and still passed by all of these people with
Yeah.
offering assistance. So, yeah, I don't know what your point is, Darrell, in, making these claims, but it's terrible. I'm just very quiet, and that's a novelty around here. This particular witness is something for me. He's integral, I would say. But that's me. Thank you, Rob Pay. Pass the ketchup for the Keep J in Line Fund. Thank you, Rob Pay. Thank you. Thank you, Rob Pay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for the time. Much more. Appreciate it. Thank you. But no, Darrell Brooks is a major jerk because he stops for nobody. But everyone else apparently is required to stop and render assistance to everyone. Not the Roan family. No, you stop at the first person you see. Yep.
Hospital that needed care. So a decision was made that I was going to send my wife to go get the vehicle so she can remove our 3 kids that were mobile.
Thank you, Rob.
And remove them from the scene. At that time, I didn't know the extent of the injuries to Benjamin.
And that's what I was just going to ask you about. Were there any observable injuries to Benjamin at the time immediately following the car going through the group?
Objection. Legal witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
I knew that he had been injured because when I looked over to where he was over on the curb, I had seen that he had some facial injuries, swollen eyes, some lacerations. But he was calm and he was collected. So at that point, I didn't know that there was any other injuries to him. After the paramedics had put Elliot on a removable stretcher, I indicated that Benjamin was hurt and I needed to go bring him with us when we went to the hospital. After I went over to him to pick him up, I looked down and I realized that he had an open fracture to his left leg.
So what did you do?
I picked him up and then we ran with the paramedics down to they called it the casualty collection point, or the point where all the ambulances were caring for individual folks.
And did you ride in the ambulance with Elliot and Ben, or did they go separately?
We went together.
Where did you go?
I went to Washington Memorial Hospital.
And what happened once you were at Washington Memorial Hospital? What did you see in general?
Yeah, I mean, as working in the city, we go to Washington Memorial Hospital quite a bit, and I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. It was
I can't wait till you find out, French psycho.
full injury they needed, and based on that, it's kind of directed work they had gone inside the hospital. So when we had gone into the hospital, we were directed into the waiting room, and at that point, we were still on kind of like stretchers or backboards. We were placed in the waiting room, and we were just waiting until we could be attended to by some of the staff.
And did both Benjamin and Elliot receive treatment at Washington Memorial Hospital?
Yes.
What treatment did they receive, if you know?
Elliot received treatment for a severe concussion. He had a severe ankle sprain. They did a CT scan. And then with Benjamin, he ended up spending the night because same thing, concussion, they did a CT scan, but then he also had surgery on his broken leg that night.
Now, you stated initially when the car was coming towards the back of your group, you thought it may have been someone that just accidentally got on the Christmas parade route, correct?
Objection. That was not the formal question or answer, rather.
Asked and answered. It's the same.
So after having your initial thought, did your thought change at some point that this isn't a misguided vehicle?
Yes.
And what did it change to?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled.
After the vehicle had come through and struck our group, and then as I look back at all the carnage behind us, it was pretty. My thought then that we were involved in some sort of terrorist act. It was overwhelming fear, overwhelming panic amongst everyone in the downtown Waukesha.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people
After the
thought it
vehicle
was
went
at
through your group,
first.
did you ever observe it stop?
I did not.
To show you on the screen in front of you, exhibit 1.
Yeah, I would have thought that the same thing. I mean, because nobody would have imagined just some nutbag who had a fight with his girlfriend would drive through an entire parade. That seems odd and unlikely.
Intentionally, and keep going.
Yes, and not give two flying craps about who he just ran over. If $1,000 donation, can Jay never sing or play again? Show's duration. Yes, French. Do you mean this show or the entire show? Then you're asking a lot. maybe for like the entire week. That might happen.
That would take a lot of self-control from JJ.
Maybe up to 10 days. You might get 10 days. It's going to harm bingo.
Published is granted.
That as that starts, playing now.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, it's actually at the Elks Club Lodge. It's like it's really cool. Yeah, it's really Saturday, November 20th, 2021. What?
Oh, yeah, it's the 20th today.
Oh,
Right?
no.
Oh, no, it's the 21st.
Ooh, so it already did already.
It happened yesterday.
Yep, it happened already. Ah, whatever. Yeah, no. That's okay, whatever.
Oh, those outfits are second. Young lady, where is your winter jacket?
Oh my god, the noises.
No.
Did you see a red SUV traveling westbound in that video?
Yes.
Would that be consistent with what you saw coming from behind you on November 21st prior to what you just described?
Objection. How do we know the direction? How do we know it's westbound?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you some still shots from that video and just ask if they accurately reflect what you observed.
Objection to the relevancy.
I have to see them. Are you going to do that electronically or hand them to the bailiff?
I'd like to do it electronically if I can.
Go ahead.
Show exhibit 135.
Listen, I really don't want people to be horrified by what I share. There will never be any videos that you'll see of people being injured. However, that one I slowed down to regular speed because I don't know if you could hear it. I could hear it, and that was the actual hits of people on the car. You heard the thud, the thud, the thud, the thud over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, it's important in this case because we can make fun of Darrell Brooks for being a sucky individual, a terrible individual, and we can hate him all we want, of course. All right, and we can make fun of him, but there was actual injuries that were involved in this. All right, and you'll get to this because we're going to go through actually the impact statements of the victims. We will go through that. And we will go through what these family members say to Darrell Brooks, how he reacts. And then on top of that, we will go through how his sentencing statement goes, which is beyond the pale of belief of the things he says. It's insane. But yeah, I don't want to share this stuff, but the sounds I will share. Of course, there will be no video that I will ever share any of this. No. It doesn't happen on this channel, but the sounds, I have to. Because as we make fun of this jackass every single time we do the show, I have to pause occasionally to let everyone know, despite us making fun of him being an idiot and a piece of crap, I have to remind people what he did. I hope you understand and can understand why I do what I do.
Just to the witness. Sir, do you identify that as a still shot taken from the exhibit 140?
I recognize the photos you're seeing is from the video.
Yes.
Yes.
And there are, do you see arrows? What does this photo reflect to you? Sorry.
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled.
This photo represents individuals from our group in the parade walking in front of, I believe, Magellan's, I think.
And are there names on this diagram?
Yes.
And do they appear to be associated with people within this group?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Yes.
How is that depicted?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled.
The names are depicted by red arrows pointing to the individuals.
And do they accurately reflect the names of the individuals that they're pointing, that the arrows are connected to?
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled.
Yes.
I'm going to ask that Exhibit 135 be admitted and published to the jury.
Objection to the relevancy.
Overruled. Exhibit 135 is received. Permission to publish is granted. Keep in mind it takes a little bit for the jury to see it, at least on the monitors in the jury box.
I'm just doing my job.
It appears that the jury now can see in front of them. So with regard to this one, if you can just circle Jose Perales Alvarez,
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled.
Juan Marquez, if you see him, Marisol Lopez Gutierrez, Gregorio Romelia Perez, and Maria Perez.
When I circled Gregoria, I believe I kind of got rid of Maria there. But
Is that helpful?
yeah, Maria's right next to Gregoria.
Okay, thank you. This can be taken off. Next, I'm going to do the exact same thing with a couple more pictures. The next one would be Exhibit 136. I'll have it shown in front of you. Let me know when it's on your screen.
I see it.
Okay. If you can describe for the jury what you're seeing in Exhibit 136.
Something very similar to the last exhibit.
I'm sorry. Is there an objection?
Leading the witness.
That's not leading. It's overruled. You may answer.
It's a photograph, appears to be a still photo from a video, similar to the last, with names with arrows corresponding to those individuals.
And do the arrows corresponding to the individuals and names, are they accurate?
In my screen, there's a
Yeah, there's a box that appears to be from the user. There you go. It needs to be removed.
Yes, it's accurate.
Okay. And do you see yourself in this photograph?
I do.
Okay. I would ask that this 136 be admitted and published to the jury.
Exhibit 136 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Objection. Why? Where's his name if he's in the video?
That's not an objection. That's a question. You can certainly ask that during cross-examination, but it's just I'm sustaining it. Go ahead, ask your next question.
I guess I'm waiting for it to be published.
I will do that.
Okay. And then a confirmation from the jury that they can see it. Sir, first of all, do you see yourself in this photograph?
Yes.
Can you circle where you're at?
Objection. Why there's no name on it? What's the
Overruled.
relevancy of it?
Overruled. You may.
Oh, his name's not there. His name's not on it. Why should we even question him? His name's not on the photo. Why should we circle it?
I swear they should have held an event where they charged people to punch him in the face one time.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
They would have made so much money for the victims.
Yeah, everyone gets to punch him in the face. Well, they do in the victim statements. They go after him pretty harsh. And then also when he's sentenced, the judge actually allows the audience to applaud. It's quite amazing. You don't see that very often where a crowd.
No. Usually they don't want you
Next,
to
I'll go to 137.
react.
Yep.
Again, when we're looking at these photos, these are all from the same video. Are they from the same video?
It appears so.
Okay. And
She
approximately
probably
what-
had enough of his shit.
Yeah, and no, it was just through the 6 life sentences, and then after that, she said, "Can we please hold the applause here at this point?" I appreciate through the first 6 counts because they were 6 straight life sentences, back to back to back to back to back to back. All right, 1-6-1. So no, that's why when the trial concludes, you'll understand that he gets his upcomings. The crowd applauds as he gets his 6 life sentences, and then Judge Darrell, of course, says, and let's not have, I got 66 more, convictions to go through, so let's hold our applause here till like the end. I mean, it is. It's interesting. You don't see that very often. But it's a thing.
Thank you.
Does that have to come up for the jurors?
Oh, sorry.
We'll wait.
That's
That's not yours. They'll have to redo that. It was
Absolutely.
cleared before the jury had, so go ahead and redraw your circles.
Can you identify Jason Peckloff, William Mitchell, and Father Happy? Thank you. You can clear the screen. And finally, 128. I believe 128 may have already been admitted into evidence. I ask that be published to the jury.
Did they?
And do you see the name David Marquez on the screen?
Objection, leave no witness.
Overruled.
Yes.
And do you see David Marquez in the picture?
Yes.
Can you circle him? Thank you. You can clear that exhibit. I would. Oh,
Jury does not have it yet.
At least someone's.
I'm trying.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. It now is in view of the jury. I'd ask that it be cleared.
All right, thank you.
Finally, exhibit 15, which has previously been admitted into evidence. I ask that be published to the jury.
Mhm.
And I ask that they give me a signal when it's on the screen. Sir, have you seen this map before?
Yes.
And what is this a map of?
This is a map of the parade route.
I'm just speeding up the direct examination. We'll go through Darrell's cross examination a little slower. Because, well, I don't know. I'd rather show his dickery than this. We know what happens. All right, he's a terrible person. We want to prove how terrible he is even further, but we know what the witnesses say. It's terrible, it's horrible, and no, we want to see Darrell be even, a bigger jerk. All right, so
And again, it's there's a line with that box that's associated with this a yellow star. What's the significance of that if you know?
Objection, leave no witness.
Overruled.
That would be the general area where we were when we were struck.
Thank you. You can clear the screen, sorry. Now I'm going to go to exhibit 160. And I'm just going to ask if this the clip is 50 seconds long. I'm going to show you approximately 20 seconds of the clip and see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that? We stopped the clip. I'm sorry, we stopped it at 12 seconds. Do you recognize that clip?
Yes.
Does that accurately depict what occurred near your group, the Catholic community, on November 21st of last year?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Yes.
I ask that exhibit 160 is admitted and published for the jury.
Objection.
Exhibit 160 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Yep, just watch more terribleness.
No one's giving me a thumbs up. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. If we can play this clip from 0 to 50 seconds, which is the length of the clip.
I can't imagine sitting there on stand having to watch this and then have to get cross-examined.
Right?
And then you know that Don Woods is going to stick up for him. I mean, even
The 4 people that you saw.
I can't believe she
going through
even showed
screen
up.
to right, did you recognize those people?
Objection, hearsay.
she never showed up. She showed
Oh,
up. She showed up on screen via Zoom. She did not
oh,
ever show up in person. There's no way in hell she was going to show up in person. Oh my God. It would have been terrible had she shown up in person. I don't think she's living in the same house anymore. I'm pretty sure she's moved. I'm pretty sure she's, I don't know, undercover at this point. I can't find her anywhere. I've done my own searches, but maybe somebody else has. I know there's a lot of other channels that cover this more than I. Actually, right now, I believe there are 7 other channels that are currently replaying this case.
really?
As we speak. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's around that time. It started in November, and I started covering this in December, and it is a long case. So no, a lot of other channels are covering it and running through it again as remember what happened in Darrell Brooks, and he's a terrible person, yada yada. So no, I'm not the only one. There's many others that are recovering this trial. But I wanted to do it for the first time. Most of the other channels that are covering it have covered it before. All right, so no, this is my first time going through it, at least with you fine folks. And hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And it's my first time because I never watched any of this
Exactly.
stuff.
That's what makes it interesting, because it's Ketchup's first time.
going to show you what's marked as 126, which is a still shot from that video. If you can pop up on your screen, if you can tell me if it accurately represents
Morning, Roy.
that video, that still shot from a video. That
Objection, leading the witness.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes.
As said, be admitted to evidence and published in the jury.
Exhibit 126 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Sir, do you, can you identify each of the people that are shown in this still shot by saying their name and circling their position?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
This is, I'm gonna do it by circling.
Yes.
Okay. So this is Jason Petchloff. Eyes back in the roadway towards the south side of the road. This is Marisol Lopez, kind of in the middle of the roadway. This is Jose Corrales, just in front of Jason, a little further to the west on the south side of the roadway. And then Gregorio Perez, kind of further to the west in the roadway and in the middle.
Thank you. Well, next video. Sorry, I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 154. I'm going to play the first 5 seconds for you and ask you if it depicts what you observed on November 21st of last year.
Objection, what's the relevancy?
Overruled. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a video taken, it appears to be from an individual walking, but this is like the aftermath of right after the vehicle had come through our group.
Have you seen this video clip before?
I have.
Are you able to identify many of the people in this video clip?
Objection, hearsay. There's a lot of people in here.
It's not hearsay.
I'd ask it.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Be admitted into evidence and published to the jury.
This is terrible. Hearsay. There's a lot of people here. She's asking him if he can identify the people. I mean, you want to talk about dumb. This guy is dumb. Hard catching up on a live like this when starting late. Speeding up the speeding up. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob, but, you know, if I went on regular speed, I'd be covering this trial for the next 4 months. Yeah, and I hope to end by mid-February as things will speed up here and we get to the good stuff. But thank you very much, Rob. Hey, thank you.
Can't hear your harmonica that much.
Oh, hang on. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hang on. Give me a second.
There you go.
No, I have a button on my on the
I know. That's why I told you.
Thank you so much. Oops. Just got rid of my whole thing. No, yeah, if I want to get rid of any and all background music or sound, I can click this button.
Continue on. Sorry.
But it does harm.
Do you recognize anyone in this section of the video?
Yeah. So with the blue sneakers, he's lying this way. That'd be Father Pat Happy. Laying down right here is Maria Perez. And then being attended to by these folks in front of the banner, that'd be William Mitchell.
If we can continue on. If you see someone from your group on the ground, if you can stay paused. And we're continuing on for 26 seconds. And pause here. Do you recognize that person?
Objection, hearsay.
Yeah, there's 2 people. Marisol Lopez is right there. And then Adir Lopez is right here with the gray jacket.
And what's their relationship to one another?
Mother and child.
We can continue on for 41 seconds. Is that still Marisol?
Objection.
We can pause here.
Pause. Who's that if you know?
So this is still Marisol. Right?
Objection.
Overruled.
So this last yellow line I just drew, that's still Marisol. Right here, I circle is being covered by a red blanket. That would be Gloria Perez. And then over here, that would be Jason Petchloff.
We'll stop the video at 58 seconds. So I'm going to direct you to exhibit 162. We're almost done. More minutes.
I know the video could continue. I just didn't know if you wanted, because I apologize.
Let me go back, sir. Let me redirect your attention to exhibit 154, where we were, which is 58 seconds. If we can publish that for the jury since it has been in sentence. And again.
Objection, are we going to another exhibit? She just said 162.
We're back at 154. She indicated.
Is that okay? Do you see anyone else, or should I continue playing?
I think you should continue playing.
Let's continue.
And I want to apologize to all of you fine folks. I was watching Fleabag's show the other day, and also I was watching Rhea Boner Crusher. And they made it very clear that without Fleabags, I have zero content. I have nothing to offer. My channel's terrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
If I don't do what the hells, I've nothing. But they have so much more to offer, and we will have a members only stream from the flea bags in the next 5 days. That'd be 4 days now, right?
Well, she said it last night, so technically, I guess, yeah.
Next
She
4
said
days.
within the next 5 days, so
Look forward to that catch up as a member. We're just gonna hang tight and wait, but we'll have a members only stream on Fleabag Show in the next 4-ish days. Look forward to that. For $4.99 a month, you may or may not ever get a members only stream. Just Jay, you do the same old shtick every single day, every single show, day after day. So on my final stream here today on YouTube, same old shtick every single no members only streams until I turn green. Sorry, Robert. I'm just ruining lives over here, mostly yours, from being stuck watching my terribleness.
I'd ask that the court admit Exhibit 162 into evidence and publish it to the jury.
Objection, hearsay, and relevancy.
The objections are overruled. Exhibit 152 has received permission to publish as granted.
You're fine, friend.
I'm sorry, 162.
You're fine, friend.
No,
problem.
publish it.
You're fine.
They're my green. Thank you. You can just let me know.
Babe's got bingo. Babe's got bingo. Oh, wait. No, she was saying they don't have people watch bingo, but she said bimgo. Now I get it.
You say that you could see Eileen Ross in this video, or this clip?
Yes.
And can you point her out, specifically her and the hat that she's wearing on her head?
I think Alice is wearing kind of like a black coat, some sort of pink leggings, and then she's wearing some
I
sort of
thought,
maroon
man.
colored hat with white on it, like white stripes.
If we can save this screen capture, and this would be 162A.
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
If I can then,
162A has been captured.
and we can finish that.
Sorry, buffed old man. No class. No class. Buffed old man.
You can clear that.
Class.
And then I'd ask to publish Exhibit 92, which is previously been admitted into evidence. So do you see the hat that's in, oh, hold on. Sir, in terms of the appearance of that hat, I'm not going to ask you if it's the exact same hat that was on Eileen's head in Exhibit 162, but is the same, is that the same type of hat in terms of, has the same wording on it, same color, same palm color as the hat that Eileen was wearing in Exhibit 162?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled. You may answer.
It looks remarkably close, same color, same patterns of the lines, the writing, and
Okay.
then, with the top on it. Yes.
Thank you. I have nothing else.
Here you go, Dick.
All right, you're cross, sir.
Be an asshole.
So you saw all those videos that were shown, all exhibits rather, all 12, 13 of them. You saw all those before today?
I don't recall there was 12 videos. To the best of my knowledge.
126, 15, 137, 136, 135, 140, 178, 160, 154, 162, 92, at least 11 or 12.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to strike your comment because you cannot testify. You did not let him answer. Let him answer first, and then you can ask follow-up. The jury will disregard the statement made by Mr. Brooks. Go ahead.
I believe there was only 3 or 4 videos, but there was numerous screenshots or photos taken from those videos.
That's why I said exhibits. Have you seen all exhibits before today?
I had seen those exhibits, yes.
And do you know who took any of those exhibits, the videos or still shots?
No, sir.
So how were you able to see them?
Can you rephrase the question, please?
How were you able to see them if you don't know who took them?
I saw them on the screen. I'm not sure I'm following your question.
Before today, you said you saw them before today. That's what you just said. So I'm asking, I asked after that, do you know who took them? You said no. So how could you, I guess I'm asking, how would you know?
Come on, Darrell.
You don't know who took these videos. How were you able to see them before today?
I believe they were collected by the police department as evidence.
And that's how you saw them?
That's how we were able to view them afterwards, yes.
Do you know when you viewed them?
I don't recall.
Did you view all 12 of them in their entirety at the same time, or were they at different dates?
Yeah, that's the form of the question.
Grounds.
Did you view them all in their entirety?
Wow.
Again, it makes it seem like he's referring to videos. If he is, that's fine. If you could just clarify videos or exhibits.
Sustained as to the form of the question, please refer.
Exhibits.
Can you just repeat the question, please?
At what time did you see all the exhibits in their entirety? Was it the same day or was it different days?
I don't recall specifically. I just reviewed the exhibits, the photos, not the videos, but the photos, as you're explaining in these exhibits, prior, just in preparation of my testimony.
In preparation of your testimony?
Oh,
What do
he
you mean by in preparation?
prepared.
Preparing my testimony for court, making sure that everything maybe kind of recall my memory, anything to that nature, making sure that everything is accurate in what I'm going to testify to.
If everything you're going to testify to is truthful, why would you need to prepare for it?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Why would you need testimony preparation?
This is a pretty significant incident. I wanted to make sure that I was prepared fully for being here and testifying.
Wouldn't it be easy to just come in and recount what you saw?
Objection. Arguments.
Grounds.
What a dick.
Seriously.
I mean, seriously.
I've never wanted to punch somebody so bad in my whole life.
I mean, this is the worst. This is the worst. Like, what you had to prepare for your testimony when your family got run over? This was terrible of you. And we haven't even got to the worst part yet, where he tosses his kid out of the way of the vehicle, and that's somehow this guy's fault of the injuries. Oh, we'll get there. Here we go. Big dummy ain't gonna let us down.
Sustained. Please refer.
Is it fair to say that it would be fairly easy to state what you saw that evening?
Yes.
So why exactly did you feel the need that you had to prep yourself?
Objection. Arguments.
Grounds.
Sustained also asked an answer.
I'm gonna direct your attention to Exhibit 154, which is a video. So that's clear for the record, not a still frame. It's a video.
You want to put up for him?
I
All
want to put up for him.
right, it's been received before. Put it up, please.
Can we go to 41 seconds?
Sure. Thank you to the state for assisting. 41 seconds, you said?
41 seconds. Is it fair to
Hold
say
on, do
that?
you want to wait until the jury has it in front of them?
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay, there's a delay. Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short.
First off, Texas. Our Texas, the place where fleas are smushed. Sing it with the Texas, our Texas song. I don't know the song. Rosalind Duke would have to pop on and sing that song. I don't know that Texas is our Texas song. What do I know? Everything all of a sudden? I don't know everything, but I can do my best. Texas, oh Texas. Texas, oh Texas. Thank you for the $5, Rob. Paid to the best I could. They're not always going to be winners. All right? They're not always going to be winners. Oh, hang on. Rosalind Duke, this is uncalled for. This is uncalled for. My new avatar, this is uncalled for. No, Rosalind Duke. That is not my new avatar. No, Rosalind Duke. This is terrible. This is terrible what this Rosalind Duke is doing to Just J Hip. Just J Hip. This is terrible. This is terrible. Just Jay singing badly. Yep, this is terrible what Rosalind Duke's doing to Just Jay Hip. Yep, that's why I'm not sleeping bare on the bare mattress rug with you. Nope, not happening. Nope, no cuddles from Just Jay Hip. Not at all. Stop focusing on my armpit here. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is old Rosalind Duke's fault. The worst person ever, but my friend. I'm French. Look, I'm French. I've armpit hair. I'm French.
Ew, I didn't notice the armpit hair before. Gross.
The chat did. The chat did.
Ew.
With friends like Rosalind, who means friends. Learn to do your own shit, Jay. That's pretty racist. Why? Oh, am I Doritos? Am I Mexican? I called him Doritos because his last name was Fertirigos, and it was really hard for just a hip to spell. So of course, I sent him an email and said, "Good evening, Doritos. Could you please ask your psychopathic client and retarded wife to stop contacting Just Your Hip? All the best." That's where Doritos came from. These dummies, they never vet their shit. They never do. Oh man. I might have to do a whole show on how the whole Doritos thing came about. I might have to. Now I have to sue Jay for defaming the Texas song. Well, you have to sing a song I don't know. How was your mom's birthday? Any good food? I haven't made it over there yet, Perpetually Puzzled Puzzler. I did our stream. We raised $800 for my mom's birthday. And then I had to go to bed because I had to work last night. I woke up just in time, a few minutes while Rosalind was on, to send her a soupy chat because Just Your Hip loves Rosalind Duke. And then that's how that all came about. But no, I had to sleep. I haven't been over there yet because, well, I was busy raising $800 from you fine folks for being so terrific. Thank you so much. And thank you, Puzzle Puzzler. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. And also thank you for the 5 last night on Talk Show. I will send that over. I will clip that and send that over to my mom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Much love. Well, let's finish up with this witness. It's going pretty good. Oh, wait, wrong one. Oh, goodness. Disgruntled ex-hippie. Glad, not glad that the show isn't about Bonehead. That was torture. Well, buckle in, Disgruntled, because tomorrow, you're in for a new show. You're back in for some boner crusher. Sorry, but we got some for tomorrow. It'll be amazing. Thank you so much. SF, AKSF. Anyone else think Jay raises birthday money for his parents so he doesn't have to go shopping for them? Gang, gang! Oh, they're on to me. They're on to me, Ketchup. Run, Ketchup. They're on to me. They're on to me.
I don't have to run, but I do have to say it's pretty funny that your sister, was it your sister or your sister-in-law?
No, my sister, she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, birthday's February 4th. Are you gonna call me by chance?"
Well, I mean, you could call her, but I mean,
I'm like,
I can't blame her though for trying.
I
You
don't
know?
birthday stream every. Hey, Debbie Baker, how are you? Yeah, I don't birthday stream every family member related to me in planet Earth. Hi, Debbie Baker. Good morning to you. Thank you, SFAKA. By the way, if anyone wants to know, Rosalind Duke loves the harmonica. It's her favorite instrument, actually. Good morning, Debbie Baker. Back to Darrell Brooks. Let's see what he's going to finish up with. I feel it's going to be good.
Morning,
Seems to be
Debbie.
long right now.
Morning, Deb.
Very good. Go ahead.
So in this exhibit, which is a video that's paused at 41 seconds, we can see two people laying on the ground. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Can you see any of the two people's faces right now as it's paused?
No.
So it would be fair to say that you can't positively say who that is from this part of the video that's paused right now.
Well, based on my experience, based on clothing descriptions, obviously Adir and Marisol are mother and child, and body structures, that's how I'm able to identify who they are.
What do you mean by body structure?
Well, Adir is a little bit smaller and Marisol's a little bit larger, and that's how I have memory of who she is.
Would you agree that they're kind of like bunched up, like kind of balled up?
I would agree that Adir is, yes.
Can you see faces?
Powerful.
So it would be fair to say that you don't know for sure who that is.
I'm pretty confident that's Marisol and Adir.
Pretty confident?
I'm very confident.
So why not be very confident the first time the question was asked? Browns. Let's go to 58 seconds and pause. Right here in front of us, we see three people kneel down. We see someone with a pinkish blanket covering them, and we see a lady with a black coat with a white kind of like top to it. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the face of the person laying on the ground under the pink blanket?
No, sir.
Would it be fair to say that you don't know for sure who that is?
As I described before, I'm very confident that's Marisol that's laying on the ground.
And how can you tell that from the picture that we're looking at now?
Well, not specifically just from this picture, but like I said before, as the video was moving, we could see clothing descriptions, body structure, who's she laying next to.
Is it fair to say that the exhibit is not moving right now? It's paused.
Yes, sir.
And it's paused with not being able to see who's under the pink blanket. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
So how can you say for sure who that is?
I don't know. I don't know if Ruger's gonna send me an upright bass. Maybe. I've never played a bass before. They're fish, so
You're stupid.
Rosalind wants me to play the fish. This is terrible. Well, gonna go try to go back to bed, wake up early to bring brother to work as it was too cold to ride his bike at -12 here in Upper Michigan. Well, you have a good night's sleep, SF, aka. I appreciate the fight. Thank you. You travel safe. You travel safe. It is cold out there. Be safe.
Can't hear it.
What?
Can't hear it again.
What? I just adjusted my thing. So I did the thing. Oh. Thank you. But maybe next time, doing a show, I'll play the fish.
If I was to just view this video or this photo without any other context, you're probably correct. I probably wouldn't be able to identify any particular person, but because of the video and how it moved and how I was able to see people, I was able to confirm that that'd be Marisol.
And you came to that conclusion because you've seen these videos before today, or these exhibits.
No, because he knows the people, dummy.
Honestly, you told me to play the fish. I don't know what you want from me. Stop it. You did it.
Oh, it has been asked and answered, but I'll let the witness answer that
Video or
question
it
again.
didn't happen, Jay.
Towards the I don't know what that direction would be. I'm guessing that would, if you're looking at it the way I'm looking at it, it'd be towards the right. You can, we're coming back a little bit more, right where the lady with the white coat is. You see a few people, it looks like three, kneeled over someone that is under a blanket with, it looks red with like snowflakes or something on it. You can see like a black, I don't know if that's like a shoe or, I'm guessing that's a shoe or boot or something to that effect. Is that fair to say that you can see that?
Yes.
Can you tell who that is just looking at it right now?
I know that that's Gregoria, yes.
Can you tell who it is looking at it right now? Can you see their face? Can you identify them right now?
I cannot see their face.
So it'd be fair to say that you're not sure who that is.
I am sure who that is.
And you come to that conclusion based on what we're looking at right now at this moment.
Objection.
Grounds.
This characterizes this witness's testimony.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds.
Let's go to 136. Same exhibit and pause. Is it fair to say we can see someone with laying on the ground? They have like a bluish jacket. You can only see one arm, so the sleeve. The jacket is blue. It looks like they have like a red, something red next to, which is obviously a lady in a gray jacket, white hat. A guy in a red, looks like a hoodie, and someone else to their right, I would say, and a jacket and a cap with a, looks like a baseball cap. Would it be fair to say that you can see that?
Yes.
And the person that's laying on the ground, can you see their face?
No, sir.
So would it be fair to say that you don't know for sure who that is?
I'm sure I know who that is.
Based on what we're looking at now, you can tell who that is.
Based on my recollection of the incident that night, I know who that is.
Based on what we're looking at right now on the screen, can you tell who that is? You
Yes,
can
sir.
see their face.
I know who that is. I cannot see their face.
So it'd be fair to say from this picture, you're not sure who that is.
Objection. This characterizes
Grounds.
this witness's testimony.
Sustained.
To the right of the screen, right here. Can't tell.
So, this is my understanding. Because he can't tell who it is in the picture, he can't know who it is. So, therefore, this witness isn't even credible. All right, we might as well dismiss him. Goodbye. Goodbye. All of his testimony out the door. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe instead of a bass, we could give Jay a cello.
A cello, Jay.
No, there's no H in there. It's cello.
Well, it's called a cello. I don't know how to spell it, but
They don't
called
call
a cello.
it. They don't call it Jahello.
There's no hope.
They don't call it Jahello. I mean, come on.
You guys are only confusing him. He thinks the bass is a fish.
She said bass. She said bass.
Bass,
How many
bass,
people
bass.
is
She
kneeled
was
down right there, but it's obvious that they're
Yeah,
attending to somebody. Would that
Right.
be fair to say?
Yes.
Can you see who that is that they're attending to in any way?
Not from this vantage point, no.
So it'd be fair to say that you don't know who that is that they're attending to, correct?
I know who they're attending to.
And you can tell that by what we're looking at right now?
Objection. This
Grounds.
characterizes the testimony.
Grounds.
Witness testified as this video was going through.
Grounds.
He believed each person was.
Who he believed. But we're looking right now.
Mr. Brooks, let me rule on the objection.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Thank you. Overruled. He may answer.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Can you tell from what we're looking at right now? Can you tell who that is that they're attending to?
You cannot see that is Jason Petchoff behind them, but that is who is laying on the ground right there.
And you can tell that by what we're looking at right now. You can see who that is.
No, based on my recollection of the incident, is why I know who that is.
I'm saying referring to what we're looking at, not your recollection, what we're currently looking at right now. Can you tell who that is that's being attended to from based on what we're looking at right at this moment?
You cannot see who the individual is.
Can we go to 2 minutes and 30 seconds and pause? Can we erase that circling arrow?
It's been done.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
right in front of us, we can see is a group of people standing over someone who appears to be laying on the ground. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
It looks like they have a Scooby-Doo blanket over them. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
By what we're looking at right now at this moment, can you tell who's under the Scooby-Doo blanket?
I know who that is.
Can you tell by what we're looking at this moment? At this moment right now, can you tell who's under the Scooby-Doo blanket?
No, sir.
This kind of sucks because now Scooby-Doo's involved.
Right?
Yeah. The whole mystery gang is now involved in this deal. Darrell Brooks is now implicated. The mystery gang. It's just terrible. I don't know where it'll go from here, Ketchup, but yes, the mystery gang is now involved.
Can we go to 241 and pause? Would it be fair to say that right now we're looking at what appears to be could be a police officer, some kind of law enforcement, could be security guard or anything, but some type of law enforcement. We see someone, it looks like a woman who you can't see the top of her head, but you can see like her chin and her bottom lip has black jacket. And right in between those, the law enforcement and the woman, you can see that someone's laying on the ground and you see 3 people attending to them. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell by what we're looking at right now? Can you say exactly who that is?
100% confident because I'm in that photo.
And is that you standing over the front of him?
I'm standing over my son.
Or not standing, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Kneeling in over the top of who's on the ground.
Yes, my son is crying because he just got struck by a vehicle and I'm trying to console him.
That wasn't the question. That's you kneeling over with the hat, and it looks like a grayish, I don't know if that would be a hoodie, but like looks like it's some like bluish black to the sleeve. Would that be you?
I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt. My son is wearing the blue jacket.
I could be mixed up. I apologize for that.
Yeah, you are.
So it would be safe to say, by what you just said, you were 100%. You were adamant, 100% that you knew who that was.
Mhm.
Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But you didn't have that same enthusiasm for everybody else that we were just looking at. Would that be fair to say?
Objection. This characterizes this witness's testimony.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds.
He didn't have the same enthusiasm for everyone else. No, he was standing over his son. Jackass. Yeah,
He's such a dick.
But from this video, from this picture, can you clearly tell it was your son? I was right there.
Yeah. It was my kid that you hurt.
Yeah. Oh, what a piece of crap. He sucks so bad. And I'm so when we get to Officer Red Bear, who fires shots at him, it's almost worth it. He's so offended that he was nearly killed.
It's also argumentative.
And out of all the exhibits,
Are we done with this exhibit?
oh yeah, we're done. I'm sorry.
All right, please take it down, Madam Clerk. Thank you. Go ahead.
Out of all the exhibits that you were shown during the initial questioning, you're not sure who took any of those videos?
No, sir.
Doesn't matter?
They might not be real. Faking.
Right.
There was quite a few exhibits that were shown. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And do you recall exactly the estimate of how far the vehicle was from you when you first saw it?
When I first saw it, that's when the initial scream started. I think it was about 200 feet behind me.
And how did you come to that estimation of distance?
When I first saw it, I believed it. My recollection that it was kind of near Curry Insurance. So I would take that as like almost like a half city block. So it was on the other side of Maple Avenue. So I just estimated that based on my experience with feet.
So you felt that estimate was accurate?
I don't know.
Or did you know for sure?
No, I don't know for sure.
How familiar
So
is
you stated that your 9-year-old was in your right hand and your 3-year-old was in your left hand. Would that be fair to say?
no?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
You stated at some point that your 9-year-old was ripped or you didn't know if your 9-year-old was ripped out of your hand? Can you explain what do you mean by ripped?
At the point where I lost contact with him is about the point where the vehicle had come through. So I didn't know if it was the force of the vehicle taking away from me that forced our hands to be separated, or if we had just separated hands prior to that. But based on my recollection, it was simultaneously as the vehicle had passed through us.
And was that 9-year-old injured?
Yeah, Elliot was thrown in the air and he was knocked unconscious.
And what happened with your 3-year-old that was in your left hand?
I threw him with my left hand towards the curb. He did not get struck.
When you say threw him, what do you mean by that? Was it
Holding
like
on to it.
a
Sorry.
quick toss, or was it like a harsh push, or define thrown?
I picked him. I was holding on to him with my left hand. I grabbed him off the air and threw him as far as I possibly could because I knew he was going to get hit by a car.
Do you recall if he was hurt in the throat? Grounds.
Overruled. He may answer.
I didn't actually see him that night because I stayed with my other son at the hospital. But as far as my recollection, I don't think he was injured from that, no.
Other than that, was he injured in any way?
No.
You made a reference to the speed. How did you come to that estimation of speed? Do you have any expertise in speed analysis anyway?
No, just my experiences driving as a motorist and being in law enforcement for 15 years, estimating vehicle speeds.
So it'd be fair to say you don't know for sure.
That's correct.
He's doing a great job here. I'm going to be honest with you.
And I assume
He's got his number here. All right, sure. I mean, you have to remember this guy threw his own child. That's terrible. Could you imagine Ketchup throwing your own child? I mean, he's pretty terrible, Ketchup. I mean,
Yeah.
Darrell's doing a good job here showing how terrible this father is. He's throwing his children.
Like, what does he think he's accomplishing by asking these horrible questions to these people?
He's dominating.
The entire trial, he's doing this, and it only makes him look like even more of a shitbag.
You know what? As Lip said, when you start off, you always come off looking like a shitty lawyer. All right. That way people underestimate you. All right. She learned that in law school out of the 194th out of 196th law school in the country. That's what she learned. So, see, I think Darrell picked something up from Lips. Yeah. Just studied harder, Darrell.
that you were interviewed by other officers at some point. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall if it was that night or if it was in the following days?
Well, the night of the incident, I informed my department that I had been involved in the incident. So I reported it that night verbally, but a statement was later given to the department in a more formal matter.
Yes, he is.
And you already stated that your 9-year-old son did get struck. Did you actually see that?
I did not see him get thrown in the air, no.
Even though you had him in your right arm, or right hand, rather.
Correct.
Go, Darrell. Finish her off
Did you
here.
see where the vehicle went after it passed you?
I did not.
Did you see anyone else get struck once it passed you?
I did not.
Did you talk to the state of Wisconsin?
Do you see them in the room?
In a summary of your report, do you recall stating to the officer that you were interviewed by that you saw a second unconscious person laying on the ground that you further described as a Hispanic female?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say that in your testimony here today, you gave names? That'd be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Why not in the summary of your report did you give names and just say a Hispanic female?
I'm just going to object to the form of the question. He's indicating that it's Detective Hallmark's summary in this report. It's not been established. Okay.
It's the form of the question.
I was referring to him already testifying that he had knowledge of everybody that was in his group.
Rephrase your question, please.
At the time of your summary, did you know the identity of the Hispanic female that you referenced?
An objection to the form of the question.
Once again, It's not his summary. It's the officer's summary. Dummy. Hey, well, in response to your summary, he didn't give a summary. The officer who interviewed him. The summary. All right. Dummy. He should have worked harder on this one.
It's not his summary, per se.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Grouse.
So that's in the summary that you gave,
He didn't give a summary.
that comment.
Objection mischaracterizes the summary.
Grounds.
Sustained as to the form of the question, please rephrase.
He never gave a
The
summary.
summary that was given by the officer that you gave the report to. Do you recall that
Yes.
statement?
I'm sorry.
I am going to object. The witness has answered the question. Again, I would just indicate for the record that I believe what Mr. Brooks is looking at is a different officer's report that summarizes the statement that that officer received from Detective Hallmark. With that understanding that that's what it is, I would ask Mr. Brooks to maybe ask his next question with keeping that in mind.
Objection to being called that. I don't identify by that name. I
Next
made
question,
reference-
sir.
I made reference that it was
Next
by
question.
another officer.
Next question, please.
Jerk off.
You made reference to your son being attended to by two men. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
At the time of the incident, did you know who those two men were?
No, sir.
And when did you learn of the identity of those two men?
It was a couple days after the incident. I learned the identity of one individual that was attending to my son.
Do you know if they, or do you recall them giving you any additional information that you didn't have that night?
Yes.
Do you recall if they were active participants in the parade or just spectators? Did they give you that information at any time?
This individual was a spectator.
To your recollection, did the spectator tell you where they were positioned at when they attended to your son?
Yes.
And do you normally allow just random spectators to attend to your son that was hit by a vehicle? Do you ever do that on a Yes, JD. She's reduced to zero. Or defendant. Alleged defendant.
And who's Charles?
That'd be my 3-year-old.
And Benjamin?
That'd be my 7-year-old.
Do you recall what happened with Benjamin when you saw the vehicle approaching?
It's not Benjamin.
He was run over by the vehicle on his left leg.
Do you at any time recall making a statement in the summary that was given by another officer? Do you recall making the statement, you threw Charles and Benjamin as hard as you could towards the south curb?
Yes, sir.
If you already stated that you threw your 3-year-old, which you just said was Charles, and you also just acknowledged that you threw Benjamin.
Objection as to the characterization. He acknowledged that the summary that Mr. Brooks is reading said that he threw Benjamin.
He answered the question.
He did not. I believe there's an objection. I'll sustain it as to the form of the question. Please rephrase. It also mischaracterizes the, well, I'll just leave it at that. Let me ask your question.
So did you throw Benjamin as hard as you could to the south curb, or did you see Benjamin struck by the vehicle?
So when the vehicle was coming and I threw Charlie, I knew that Ben was in front of us. So it was the same motion with my left arm to get Benjamin and Charlie out of the way. Obviously, I didn't get Benjamin completely out of the way of the vehicle.
Any idea why that was not in the summary?
I don't recall.
Brown?
He answered it. He said, I don't know. His answer may stand.
That's true, JD. That's true.
Besides your children, the other people that you observed injured, did you immediately receive information what those injuries were at that time?
Can you repeat just to be clear of who you're talking about?
the other people that were with your group, not your children, but other people that were with your group, do you recall receiving information about their injuries at that time?
I did not receive information about their injuries.
So it'd be fair to say you knew that they were hurt, but you didn't know the severity of it.
Exactly.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
Exactly as he. Way to attack the father, Darrell. This is going well.
Mm-hmm.
Jury's really sitting there going,
And besides your children, who else was with you when you attended the parade that evening?
Well, there was 45 of us that were walking together. But to go down to the parade, it was me and my immediate family. So it was me, my children, and my wife.
Do you recall your wife being injured in any way during the incident?
No.
Do you recall where she was when the vehicle passed you?
Yes.
Was she directly next to you, to the side of you, standing right next to you, or do you remember the general area she was at that moment?
Yeah. I thought I answered it. She was further to kind of as we're marching, as you see in the video, further to the left and then behind.
And she didn't report any injuries of any kind.
She was, I believe she was 6 months pregnant at the time. So she went and got checked up just to make sure she wasn't injured. And no, she wasn't injured at all.
Thank God.
just to remind you, these witnesses were all prepped. They all went and met with the prosecuting attorney, and they were prepared to make sure that they wouldn't harm their case by doing anything nutty. They had a job to do, and that is provide their evidence and their testimony. So, no, they chose the witnesses that they knew would be able to handle themselves on the stand.
I will read the instruction, and then you will be dismissed for today, and we'll see you. Like a use of force form or something like that, but I wanted to have it noted in the. You are to decide the case solely on the evidence offered and received at trial. With that, you are excused for the evening. All rise for the jury, please.
Well, he did a pretty good job today, Ketchup.
Uh-huh.
The prosecution is really on their heels at this point. Somebody's got to run. Take care, Happy. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Happy. Have a good day.
I just have a couple of housekeeping matters. Please be seated. My collection, there's been a couple of exhibits that were annotated and captured that I don't know were specifically moved in. I'd ask the parties to look at that and let me know if there's any requests as it relates to that. I also want to provide the parties with a copy of an incident report. This relates to an incident last week from the 6th, where I told the parties, I asked the Sheriff's Department to provide me with a report regarding the incident with Mr. Brooks and being removed from the court.
Definitely check out Rickles. Much love to Rickles. I get a lot of stuff from Rickles. He makes a lot of cool stuff from just your hip. And I get to share his premieres and stuff. So go check out Rickles. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe. Give him a hug. Maybe a French kiss. If you want. But definitely go check out Rick. What?
You always have to take it too far.
But no, you don't think Rickles might like a little French kiss from some of the ladies out there? I was trying to hook a brother up, is what I was doing. I was hooking a brother up.
Oh.
I'm out here, trying to help him out, making it happen. Oh, faces, Jay, that's a bit much.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Sorry, I control, but
what makes you think Rickles can't handle it?
Well, no, I was being a good wingman. I was a good wingman.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he might be married for all I know, but I was still trying to be a good man because that's what a good friend does. That's what we do. I would say the same thing, whether it was, Megan Fox or Todd or, I always try and help everyone out, get a little bit more love in their lives.
That does cover all of my housekeeping issues with that, given the state's request or Attorney Opper's request to start late tomorrow, and frankly, given the late night tonight, We will start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Is
9
that enough time for you?
Yeah, yes. I was actually going to withdraw my request because we have another jam tomorrow in that we have a witness that we have to guarantee to get out of here by noon. So my request is perhaps, if the court's willing, we could start at 8:30 with the preliminary matters. We could still have the jury come in at 9, but if there's any preliminary matters, we could start with
I
Attorney
need to let them
Basie.
know. I told them 9:15 in my note that I gave to Mike. So
I
I don't
see.
know if we can still get a hold of them. We probably can.
Okay.
So maybe someone's going to need to tell them quickly. So I can stay here so I won't step off. So we
Okay.
can keep going. But
So
9 o'clock it is.
Okay.
You want to start, how about we do 8:45?
Have the jury here at 8:45?
No, party's here at 8:45.
Party's here at 8:45 without
Jury
me.
by 9.
Attorney Basie and Attorney Witch, I'll be here at 8:45. I'll be here at 9.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Then just Mr. Brooks, those things were provided to you.
Assessed value, return for value, these filings, and just very briefly, so we can get out of here. I have to raise this issue.
What issue is
My
this?
understanding, how can someone who's not an injured party testify on behalf of somebody who is an injured party
Mr. Brooks,
and it still be
I'm
charged?
not addressing this. It is a frivolous argument. You have a misunderstanding of the law. We are in recess. I am leaving the bench. Thank you, everyone. We're in recess.
So that's a tacit agreement. We're not.
It's another tacit agreement.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's another tacit agreement. Seen this? Judge Darrell, you're going to probably be taken off this case. Another tacit agreement. That's your 8th tacit agreement. Just wait. At one of these points, he's going to learn that it's a tacit agreement because Judge Darrell is eventually going to say, I don't even know what that word means. She gets so fed up with him, she shoves it in his face and says, I don't even know what that word means. And then he comes back on the next day. It's like, that's tacit agreement. It's like, oh, you got it right now. Oh, look, dummy learned words.
Idiot.
It's so funny.
He thinks he's being so smart and he's making a fool of himself.
And he's so stupid. Oh, well, as I said, we got to day 7 here. Already loaded up here. We're going to play a little bit of this. I got another half hour or so that I'll go, and then I'll leave you folks be, but well, let's see how this day starts out. Probably pretty good is my guess. I would assume. Sit tight, brah. His shirt seems too small, too
All
large.
right, thank you. The jury can come on out.
Changed his tie though.
Civil matters.
No.
I was told to pay for something under a civil statute.
Mr. Brooks, I am not the custodian. Bring it up with the clerk of court.
How
I'm
can
not
I bring
addressing
it up
it.
with the clerk of court? How am I supposed to do that?
That's a you problem, Darrell.
What's being, if it's a
Mr.
civil
Brooks, the
case,
jury's coming out. I'm not
If
going to
it's-
address your request
if
for
it's
open
civil-
records.
if it's
That's,
civil,
I'm not
then
the
it needs to
custodian
be
of the records,
who's
sir.
being sued? My Sesty Trust is being sued.
It's up to your trust. There it is.
Civil is a
Mr. Brooks,
civil
this
matter.
is an irrevocable.
This is terrible. They're going to sue in substitute trust. This is what's happening. This is terrible. This is illegal, I tell you. This is illegal. You cannot go after a substitute trust. You can't do that. No, you can't. No, you can't. Even a per se lawyer knows you cannot just go after a substitute trust. All right, that he has with the government of America or something. Well,
Or something.
he's got $1 billion guaranteed to him in a substitute trust, and that's what they're all attacking. This is going to come up many times. He's going to accuse the judge of wanting to be the beneficiary of his substitute trust.
Oh, you know she is. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's what you've seen this happen. Nope. I'm with Darrell on this one. Going with Darrell.
Idiot.
I love how he runs down the Subset rules as he learns one new little rule after another. He's like, oh, wait, I got this new one. Substitute trust. Oh, wait, maybe it's a tacit agreement. Oh, wait.
Yeah, because his cellie told him some garbage the night before.
We're off to a hot start, Darrell. Loving it. Day 7 is killing it. Yeah, the judge is going to be a trustee to the trust. What's going to happen? Yup, terrible judge. Can't trust these people. They're all terrible. What they're doing to poor Darrell.
It's obvious.
I'll be right back. Catch him and let this play because I know how it goes.
Okay.
Matter that you're attempting to bring up in the presence
If it
of the
was-
jury. The
I
record
was
should
not. I was
reflect
trying to
these
bring it up
interruptions.
before the jury came out, Your Honor.
And I
know
told
that.
you I wasn't going to address it. Please.
Okay, so it's a civil matter. Who's being sued? My sesty trust? Because how can I be
Mr.
sued?
Brooks, you're talking about an irrelevant matter between you and the
It
clerk
wasn't,
of court.
it wasn't irrelevant
So-
when I got the paperwork from the clerk of courts. I was simply
Mr.
trying
Brooks,
to address it.
I'm not going to address it. The jury will
So I'm
disregard
being sued.
these
This is
irrelevant
a civil
comments.
matter. We haven't addressed subject
All right,
matter
thank you,
jurisdiction yet at all
everyone.
either.
Please be seated. The jury
So
will
we're not gonna
disregard the
address subject
statements
matter?
Mr. Brooks is making about subject matter jurisdiction. They are a misstatement of the law.
Yes. No,
All right,
they're not.
and
Just like this is a civil case.
Mr. Brooks, the jury's here. Please
Just like
show
this is a civil
respect
case.
and decorum.
According to this document, this is a
Mr.
civil
Brooks,
case,
please stop.
which means someone is being sued. Civil is a suit.
Mr. Brooks, you're talking about an irrelevant
I
matter.
have the
I'm
paperwork
starting
sent
the
by paper
trial.
course right here that says it's a civil matter.
Mr. Brooks
So
has
what's
nothing
being
to
sued?
do with
My
this
session
case.
trust is being sued.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So,
I got the paperwork right here.
all right, I'm
How
going to
do you not
excuse
know
the
what I'm
jury
talking
right
about?
now, given this disruption. I'll rise for the jury.
This should be properly addressed before the jury even comes out. That's why I'm trying to properly address it before we even went on the record.
Mr. Brooks, stop.
I'm not gonna. This is.
You are
I
not
was
being
given
respectful
this
to
paperwork
this
by you, Your
proceeding
Honor,
or to
with all
this
respect.
jury. No,
With
it's
all
not.
due
With all
respect,
due
with
respect,
all due
stating that doesn't
respect,
make it
I was given
respectful.
this paperwork by you,
Mr.
from
Brooks,
Monica Paz.
stop talking
the
till the
clerk of
jury
court.
is out.
Okay,
Thank you.
so why can't we address this before they came out?
I'm
That
not
was the
going to
time-
address it.
That was
Bottom
the time
line.
to address it, though.
He purposely
You're supposed to
waits
do
until
all
she
the-
says
all the
they're coming
addressing
in
before
to
the jury
start
comes out, before
some
we start
crap.
the matter.
Please
I
be
was trying to
seated.
simply address paperwork that was given to me by you, Your Honor. That states that
Mr.
this-
Brooks,
it states that
you
this
have
is a
interrupted
civil
me
matter.
repeatedly. You are on the verge of being removed to that courtroom. I don't want to
On-
do
on
that.
what-
I want you to stay here.
On what
But
facts of the
you
law, Your
keep
Honor?
interrupting me and bringing up irrelevant matters. I told you yesterday, as a courtesy that was provided to you, so that you would frankly not complain that you didn't get it as quickly as possible. Okay, I am not the custodian of the records. If you have an issue with what was provided to you, how it was provided to you, then take it up with the clerk of
She
court.
can't
But
charge
from
me.
now on, I am not going to be the messenger and give you documents that you request to the custodian of the records or from the custodian of the records. They will simply have to be delivered to you at the jail. But that is in response to your discussion or whatever we want to call it this morning. I'm
Your
not taking it up.
Garbage.
It should-
All right, it is
Darrell.
irrelevant.
It needed to be noted for the record.
It doesn't
Because
need
it
to be
was-
noted, sir.
You
All right,
gave
the
it to
jury's
me-
coming
you gave
back
it to
out,
me in
and I'm
open
going
court.
to warn you, if you bring this up
Your
again, I
delusions
will
should
pause
be recorded,
and
Darrell.
I will remove you to the next courtroom for being disrespectful, for being interruptive, for being disruptive, and for bringing up irrelevant matters in front of this jury. You will forfeit your right to be present for the direct examination of this witness.
I object to that.
Did you
Your Honor.
hear what I said,
No,
sir?
I did not. I object to that, Your Honor.
Well, you can
And-
object in your
Guys, this is important. You have to respect his substitute trust. All right, this is important. All right?
Uh-huh.
He's brought this up, right? And, quite frankly, he should, the judge should really adhere to this because it's a substitute trust that's being violated here. Very important points.
It's
That
very, very clear. That's what's
I would
happening.
let him go free right now based on that argument. Because it's a good one. It's a good one. Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, dummy. By the way, does it right in front of the jury. Yeah, he looks like a good guy.
He purposely waits until she says she's bringing them in to start crap with her.
Hi, Mr.
Every time.
Oh man, this is good stuff. Very good legal arguments. Lips is behind every one of these. Now, let me keep in mind, Tracy, she cannot hold him in contempt of court because that does nobody any good.
Yeah, he's never getting out anyway.
What's she going to do? Throw him in jail for 30 days and disrupt the entire trial for 30 days? She can't do it. All right. They've already brought in a jury. They cannot interrupt this trial. All right. Because the delay alone may cause a mistrial in and of itself. So she can't.
That's what he wants.
Yep. She cannot hold him in contempt of court. She can, but she understands that she can't. All right. Otherwise, she risks the trial. So that's what's going on here. I want to make that very clear why the judge is doing what she's doing. I don't agree with everything she does. I don't think of her as like the greatest judge in the world. I think she made some mistakes based on things like Law Talk with Mike said or other lawyers. But no, she's upholding her record. All right. And she's going to keep this thing moving forward. I do respect that. Right. But she gave him, I think, too much leeway. But, well, you know, I'm not in her shoes. All right. And I know she has called many judges throughout this trial and asked how she should deal with it. And for that, I won't hold her responsible for that. She wanted to make sure she upheld the record. There we go.
Objection is noted, but if you
For the
interrupt
record.
when this jury
For
comes
the
out,
record.
they will go, I will have them taken out again, and you will be removed to the next
For the-
courtroom.
You can't, what is the legal basis for that ruling, Your Honor?
Illinois versus Allen, sir, and all of the
And-
other cases that
and it
I've
doesn't
cited
say
previously.
anything-
I'll make the appropriate record. Stop interrupting me. The jury's coming out. We're continuing with this trial despite your repeated efforts to disrupt.
That's a
Yesterday,
mischaracterization
sit
of the
down.
record.
Yesterday alone, sir, 17 interruptions, not including the opportunity that I gave you where you spent 15 minutes, okay, discussing what were primarily either irrelevant or baseless accusations and requests not based in law or fact. I was abundantly patient with you yesterday.
And you still haven't
And-
verified by proof any of what I
And
said,
none of that
though.
is required, sir.
Because
And
it is. You can't verify.
your
by proof.
belief
Where's
that that's the
subject matter-
law
where's the subject
doesn't
matter
make it
jurisdiction?
so, Mr. Brooks. Your belief that these are legitimate legal positions
They are.
doesn't change the law and doesn't make it so.
It's
So,
really
again,
relevant because you didn't want to.
I'm going to step off and give Mr. Brooks 5 minutes to cool off. And
I'm
when
not-
that
I don't
happens,
need
I'm
to
bringing
cool
the
off.
jury
I'm not
out,
angry at
and
all.
then we will
I just wanted
continue.
to. I don't.
Well, he's doing pretty good here today on day 7. Ketchup, we're off to a pretty good start. I didn't mute
Mhm.
actually the court muted things. He's talking amongst himself now to himself. Yes, with arguments for himself.
Oh, we can't even hear it? They muted it?
Oh yes, this is muted. She needs 5 minutes to cool off because, well, he's a moron. So, and as you can see, when Darrell Brooks is agitated in the opening, things never go well. But I'm glad he's going through his paperwork. He's well prepared for court. He's got his bibble there. He's got his bibble.
Yeah.
And he's got his little tiny pencil pen thing. That's going to do a good job. And he's still talking to himself. And yes, both bailiffs really want to pummel the living shit out of him. Don't forget, in just a couple days, the black individual Prince is going to show up and support him and completely destroy his own YouTube channel. I can't remember the guy's full name. He does interviews. I'll try and find it. But
I
no,
sent it to you already before. I texted it to you, didn't I?
I don't think so. I'd have to go look for it. But no, I know who the guy is. I just have to hunt around. But no, he was sitting in behind of Darrell Brooks, and he was supported by a very large YouTube channel, and they bailed on him the minute he sat behind Darrell Brooks. They're like, "You're a freaking moron." He's like, "I gotta support the brother, man. I gotta support the brother." And they're like, "This is the," and this was like another black guy going, "This is the brother you're supporting? Screw you, dude. He's an idiot." And no, he got bailed on. And yeah, his channel got dumped on. And he was on his way to having a very good YouTube channel. And he got dumped like no other for being stupid. But, well, you live and learn. There we go. Back to the action. Jerry's coming in. I know Baldy's just waiting for the thumbs up. He is.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, while you were not with us, the state moved Exhibit 162A, and I did receive it. With that, who do we have on the witness stand?
State calls Assistant Chief Greg Learman.
All right, sir, would you please stand and raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. So the first thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Sure. First name Craig, Craig. Last name Learman, Liermann.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. I'd like to direct your attention to Sunday, November 21st of 2021. Did you attend the Waukesha Christmas Parade that day?
Yes, I did.
Were you alone or with other people?
I was with my family.
Overruled.
Could you say that again?
I was with my family.
And I see you're wearing a uniform today. What do you do for a living?
I'm Assistant Chief with Franklin Police Department.
Were you at the parade in your law enforcement capacity?
I was not.
Why were you there?
I was there to attend the parade just to get a Christmas mood.
Okay. And did you have any family members participating in the parade?
I did not.
Where were you standing or observing the parade?
I was standing on West Main Street, very near the intersection of Maple, just to the west of Maple.
Do you know if you were on the north side or the south side of Main Street?
I was on the south side of Main Street.
Can we please put up for the jury exhibit number 15, which has previously been received and published?
Go ahead. Overruled.
Thank you, Ketchup. Yeah, I'll share that when he enters the stage in the next few days, a couple days.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you recognize the area on the map that you're looking at?
Yes.
What does it depict?
It's a map of the parade route. This was parade route.
Could you draw a little X for us if you can find where you were standing with your family?
Overruled.
Do you want me to go up and touch the map? Is that
Oh, the screen in front of you. I'm sorry. The screen in front of you is a touch screen. You can use your finger.
Sure. Okay.
Overruled.
I would be right, basically right there, just west of the intersection with Maple by maybe 20 to 50 feet.
Okay. Southwest corner of Maple and Main.
Yes.
We can clear that then, please. Can we now please display for the jury Exhibit 56, which has also been previously received and published?
Go ahead.
This is an exhibit has already been received into evidence. It's obviously a diagram of the intersection we're talking about. Do you recognize this intersection?
Objection here, sir.
Overruled.
Yes, I do.
And could you point out for us by, again, drawing a little X where you and your family were standing?
Yes, it would be approximately right here.
Okay. So again, southwest corner of Maple and Main.
Yes.
Do you recall what happened? We can take that down, please. Do you recall what happened at approximately 4:39 p.m. that Sunday afternoon?
Objection.
Overruled.
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Sure. Standing at that location, the parade was coming from my right to my left, so from the east to the west. There was a break in the parade in front of me. To my right was the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies. To my left was a group from the Catholic community of Waukesha, and there was a break in the parade right in front of me, an opening. I heard the crowd become more excited than normal. So I felt like something was coming, but I didn't know what. Didn't know if it was a unusual parade thing or what, but people became more excited, so it kind of grabbed my attention. Then I realized something wasn't quite right. I could see a vehicle traveling from the east to the west. At first, I could only see the top portion of the vehicle from maybe the windshield up, because there was people obviously standing along the route, so they kind of obstructed my view. But I could see that the vehicle was traveling at a much faster rate than any of the other participants, so clearly something was wrong.
Could you describe the vehicle for us?
At first, I could only tell that it was probably like an SUV because, again, my vision was obstructed by the people that were standing watching the parade. As I got closer, I could see that it was a red Ford Escape SUV.
What happened as the SUV got closer to you?
As it got closer to me, I could hear that the engine was revving very high. The RPMs were much higher than normal, almost like it was maybe in the wrong gear or there was something mechanically wrong with it. It was revving, like I said, revving much higher than a typical car. It definitely grabbed your attention.
Okay, what happened next?
As I got closer, I could hear something which I didn't know if it was like the engine sputtering or I didn't really know what it was. Again, kind of unusual. But then as I got closer, I could see that it was, again, traveling at a high rate of speed. I was concerned at that point in time that either some sort of mechanical issue with the car possibly, or maybe some parade participant was having a medical emergency, but the vehicle was clearly not under control in relation to everything else that was going on.
How close did the SUV get to you?
As it passed me, it came more towards my side of the street, so it would have been traveling essentially west in what would be the eastbound lanes normally. So when it passed by me, it was very close, probably maybe 10 feet away at most.
Were there parking spaces in front of you where you were standing?
I believe there were, yes.
Do you recall if the vehicle passed through the parking spaces in front of you at all?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
Yes.
Could you describe the lighting conditions at that time? What were the sunlight, street lights, things like that?
It was, if I remember correctly, it was getting to be towards dusk.
Yes, Jay Prince for president. Yep. And I can't remember who was the channel that was backing this guy. He had a very large channel, and he blew it. He went out. He was actually interviewed by media where he was standing up for Darrell Brooks. And then he went on a show. And boy, did he get bashed on. And I'll see if I can find that stream as well and share it where this guy tries to stand up for Darrell Brooks. And oh man, the other people on stream with him were like, bruh, seriously. You know, and it was insane. And yeah, well, welcome to
Like,
YouTube.
what the hell are you thinking, dude?
But that's the thing, though. When you pick the wrong side of something, you can really destroy your YouTube channel. If you look at, even right now, if you look at Laura Owens, they had anyone taking Laura Owens' side. I mean, Gingras did, right?
Well, there was a couple people that did that to Dave Neal.
Yeah.
That didn't believe him.
It didn't go well for them. You know, you look at, and there's a little bit more people that are on Fleabag's side. She has 100 people or so that are convinced that Fleabag is a genius and that Lips is a great lawyer. And yeah, they believe a lot of this stupid crap. And they shouldn't. These people are going to screw over their own viewers. All right, by telling them things like, yeah, if you got to pay child support, just move to another state. You're cool. Protective order, go to a different state and then follow them on vacation. It's cool. All right. I mean, terrible advice, but that's the same thing that, you know, is going on here. All right. I mean, Darrell has terrible advice. He has terrible objections. Nothing he says is true. He's a loser. All right. And it's no different. Yeah, just a few of her fans on TED Talk. Yeah, she had a few fans. Laura had a few fans on her TED Talk. And no, she's a liar. It's been proven now beyond the pale of disbelief. It's been proven. Okay. And now Darrell falls in the same category as all these other people. They're liars. All right. Just like Lips. She's a liar to say I attacked her channel after horse face hip video came out. No, actually, I believe I shared pictures of myself as a pearhead horse face hip because I thought it was funny and begged her to put my horse face hip video back up. But instead, she goes out and lies and says, "You tried to take down my channel twice." Never did anything of the sort. Didn't care. She's not important enough for me to care. She's a loser. All right. I don't need to worry myself with losers. All right. No, I'm going to make fun of them. That's my job. Right? But no, Darrell's no different than anyone else. They're
Of
all.
all people to lie about, too, she picked you.
I know. Don't
That's
lie.
the funniest part.
Yeah, Lips, don't lie about just J-Hep because, quite frankly, come tomorrow, we'll have a good time. Trust me. and quite frankly, if you want to sue me for that, I don't know, between Ray Hip and J-Hip, the fourth, fifth, sixth time, bring it. Because this time, just J-Hip will accept service. And we'll have a wonderful whirl of it.
I don't believe the street lights were on at that point in time, but it was getting darker, but it was still, like I said, I would describe it as maybe dusk, slightly before that.
How good of a look did you get at the driver?
A very good look.
Can you describe, or can you give us a physical description of what you remember?
I remember the driver being a light-skinned male black, approximately mid to late 30s, had dark facial hair and what I would describe as like dreadlocks, longer hair.
What was the driver doing as he passed you?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
As he was driving.
What was the driver doing? Hearsay.
This guy is such an idiot.
I'm loving it, Darrell. You did a good job there. Hearsay. You dummy.
Eyewitness testimony is not hearsay, you moron. I mean, God.
Driving by, the window was open. He stuck his head and actually like the upper portion of his body out the driver's window and looked back behind him.
The window you're talking about, which window is that?
It would be the driver's window.
And he actually stuck his head out the window.
Overruled. He answered.
Correct. To the point where I briefly, it crossed my mind, he actually may fall out. That's how far out I perceived him to be.
What direction was the driver looking when he stuck his head out the window?
He was looking behind him.
From the direction that he had come from?
Correct.
What happened next?
At that point, when he looked back and then he kind of turned towards the front, based on his body language, my heart kind of sank because I felt like what I thought could be maybe a medical emergency or something like that. To me, clearly, I felt like it was an intentional act. So that obviously upset me a little bit. And then the driver, after he had leaned back, he turned forward, he grabbed the steering wheel, he pulled himself up off the seat and cranked the steering wheel to the right.
So let the record reflect that the witness used both hands at the 10 and 2 position to simulate the driver's hands on the steering wheel.
Objection to that.
Overruled. The record will reflect.
What happened as the driver cranked the steering wheel to the right?
Unfortunately, when he did that, he essentially steered the vehicle across the parade route at a diagonal angle directly through a group of people that were walking with the Catholic community of Waukesha.
Based on your memory of where those people were in the road and the SUV's path of travel, what would have happened if the SUV had simply maintained a straight path instead of veering to the right?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. He may answer.
I believe that there was a gap between where the Catholic community from Waukesha were standing and the parade spectators. So there should have been an open alleyway if he would have went straight.
What happened next?
Unfortunately, when he drove through that group, he struck many of them, a lot of them kind of bouncing off the hood, and some of them, unfortunately, actually ran over. You could see them people come out from underneath the vehicle.
Did you see the vehicle at any point attempt to strike the word attempt? Did you at any point see the vehicle slow down?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled.
No, not at all.
Did you see brake lights?
Nope, none.
Did you hear a horn honking?
Nope, not at all.
I'd like to put up for the witness only, please, exhibit number 133.
Go ahead.
This is a 5-second clip. We're going to just play it for you once. Let me know if you recognize what you're looking at after you watch it, okay?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Okay.
The video's hearsay.
Oh my God.
You recognize that clip?
Yes.
What does it depict?
That depicts the red Ford Escape traveling through the closed parade route from the east of Maple through that intersection with Maple on Main Street to the west.
No, we won't get to Officer Redbeard, Juliet, until the next stream on Friday. Then we'll get to Officer Redbeard. I promise you, it'll be, well, let's just say delightful. It's one of the best witnesses I've seen, and Darrell gets very agitated. That Redbeard, shot at him.
That's what he gets. Too bad he missed.
He's like, were they kill shots? Kill shots.
Unfortunately, they were not.
And he says, I was doing whatever I could do to stop the vehicle. Shouldn't you have shot at the tire? No, I was shooting. I was, driving the vehicle. So they were kill shots.
What a moron.
It's delightful. We'll get there on Friday. Trust me, it'll be a good time. Well, I mean, within reason.
The witness only, please. Exhibit number 132.
I got about 5 or 6 more minutes.
So same concept here. I'm just going to play a few seconds for you. You let me know if you recognize the area depicted in the video and what happens as it plays.
Just 5 or 6 more minutes, folks. Then I do have to bail because of this haircut day for District.
Oh, Sheila's coming over today.
Yeah, Sheila will be over here at 11:20, 11:30. So I got just a little bit of time left for you folks today. So hopefully that's okay.
Striking at least one person there.
And do you see the vehicle changing position in the road towards the end of that video?
Can I see it again?
Sure.
For the record, how long is this clip?
It is 11 seconds.
Thank you.
From my perspective, the vehicle travels straight through the video from right to left.
Okay. Is this an accurate representation of what you saw that day?
Yes.
Move exhibit 132 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Exhibit 132 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Wait for the bailiff. Okay, we can play.
Thank you, Puzzler. Jay's channel was groundless and hearsay. Well, I try not to be. Thank you, perpetually puzzled puzzler. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. Much love. Thank you.
I'd like to go back to the 6-second mark. Set it to 40%, please. And play from there.
Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks is haircut day, shall we? Every 2 weeks. Haircut day. Haircut day. I'm sorry, that was a depressing one. I tried to do better.
I presume you have a question for the witness?
I do, yep.
All right, overruled.
Can you, using a little X again, can you draw on the screen the approximate area where you would have been standing at this time?
Thank you so much, Juliet. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did you like the pear I made you? I did, Juliet. I can't wait to receive it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 2. Legal Ellipse just gifted 5 Just J-Hip memberships. If you get one of those, thank Legal Ellipse. They work hard for their money, and quite frankly, I'm just a clown loser with no content if it doesn't include, the flea bags. I'm just a 0 content individual with nothing unless I talk about flea bags. Now, my show would be nothing without Lisa Lee. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you get one of those, thank Legal Lips. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Much love. Much love. Just a few minutes left here, and then I do have to leave you fine folks. But thank you so much for being here, each and every one of you.
Sure. It would have been somewhere down in that area.
Okay. So the sidewalk running kind of up the middle of the screen here, that'll run into Maple,
Yes.
and then you would be on the other side of Maple.
Objection, leading witness.
Overruled. His answer may stand. Just caution the state about leading questions. Thank you.
Do you know what side of the street this camera is on, north or south?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled. Yes. If you knew.
This camera would be on the south side of Main Street.
And what direction is the camera facing?
This camera would be facing to the west.
And can we back up a little bit, maybe to the 3-second mark?
Thank you again, Puzzler. Jay has hair morning day. Yeah, this is the day when I'm sad for my hair. As it disappears on me one more time. See, it's a sad day.
She only cuts 3 hairs, Jay. You're gonna cry over 3 hairs?
It takes 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute job.
Well, I think she just does that to make you feel better, like there's more hair than there is.
It's a big job. It's a big job.
Uh-huh. Well, she is dealing with a toddler.
Okay, we're at the 3-second mark. Do you see the SUV
That's right.
that you've been talking about in the video right now?
Objection, leading witness.
I gotta get my money's worth.
Yes.
Can you please circle it for us? Thank you. We can clear that.
Sorry, was for
Paying attention to the tail lights.
What do you want?
Play again at 40% from that spot. 3 seconds.
You want the cowbell? What do you want? I try so many things and everyone gets mad at me. Now wishful she devil's mad at me.
What did you see the tail lights of the SUV doing in the last few seconds of that video?
Objection, what's the relevancy?
Overruled. He may answer.
I didn't see the taillights on. As far as like brake lights, I didn't see any brake lights.
No waxing.
But the rear-facing lights were illuminated in some way, correct?
Objection, leading witness.
Sustained.
Next about
Please.
tail lights, not brake lights.
Please rephrase.
Did you see any lights on the back of the vehicle?
Yes.
Which ones?
Taillights.
And what did you see the taillights doing in that portion of the video?
Objection, leading witness.
Overruled.
The taillights are on.
But the position of the vehicle, did you see that change?
Objection, leading witness.
Overruled.
I did not.
You testified earlier that you thought there might be some type of mechanical issue. Did you maintain that opinion?
No.
Why not?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled.
Based on the body language that the driver had exhibited as he passed me, there was no panic. There was no distress, like he was trying to stop the vehicle. In fact, he seemed to me like he was excited about what he was doing.
Would you please put up for the witness exhibit number 34, again for the witness only.
He was excited about what he was doing. We will get actual photos and videos of this portion on our next stream on Friday. And we'll finish up day 7. We'll get to Officer Redbeard, one of my favorites is Officer Redbeard. It'll be good times. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all of the super chats, gifted memberships, super stickers, likes, subscribes, hugs, and more. I appreciate it so much. And we're going to continue our coverage as we move forward. Of course, that's what we do. Thank you, Ketcha, for being here with me, but also thank you, all of you fine folks, for hanging out with me as well. Don't forget to keep your bushes from freezing.
That's right. Cover your bush.
Cover your bush. We don't want any frozen bushes out there. Look what you've done to me, Rosalind Duke. I blame you for everything.
Don't blame Roz.
This is terrible. No. I appreciate all of you fine folks. I will see you tomorrow morning for Monday, Responday thingy. And we're going to go over a little bit more of Ray Boner Crusher. And we're going to make fun of Lips because she's a liar. All right. She lies for a living. All right, we're gonna make fun of Doritos as well. I'll give you a flea cap, of course. That's what I do. And we're basically gonna be what's called nailing it. Yeah, we're gonna kill it tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. And I got a new video from Miyagi and others. It'll be a good time. I think I even have a Veller View News video to share.
Miyagi's new video is amazing. You guys should all go check it out.
Go check out Miyagi's
So funny.
share tomorrow. And then, yeah, Valor News Parody has a couple out. So I have a few videos to share. And then, of course, we're going to go through Ray Boner Crusher's hate speech about everybody. And where apparently Fleabag says, I have no content without her, and my channel wouldn't exist. Yes, I hopped on the Hell's bandwagon to make money. Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. Well, thank you all. And by the way, thank you for everything you fine folks did for my mom yesterday. I do appreciate it. I love you very much. Be safe out there. And as we always say, catch up.
All the best.
Yep, Chup Chup says all the best. All the best. Thank you, folks. Have a safe day.